welcome, folks. Hey, I'm not too tired. We went to see the Oppenheimer movie last night, a 9:30 showing. The actual movie started playing at 9:53, so it wasn't a full half hour of movie trailers. But you know what was weird? The movie, the credits started rolling at 12:34. So it wasn't the full 180 minutes. Now, I know we didn't stay for all the credits, but I can't imagine there would be 20 minutes of credits.
Would you see an abridged version
Well,
of it?
that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, did we miss something? Because, again, do the math.
Yeah.
Because everyone says the running time is 3 hours. I've seen some things that say running time is like 3:07. So did we miss a chunk of the movie? I mean,
Unless the previews were shorter than you thought they were going to be.
No.
No, man, what are you going to do?
No, there are no previews included. The running time of the movie, if you go on to the Googles, if you type in running time, you'll get 3 hours. And then if you look at some of the stories out there, Oppenheimer has a running time, some places like 3:06, 3:07. I know that Christopher Nolan, the director of Oppenheimer, he did some interviews and he says, yeah, it's 3 hours. So the way I calculate it, there's 20 minutes that are missing. Now, we didn't stay for all the credits, but I can't believe the credit roll is 20 minutes. I can't imagine. So, we're kind of scratching our heads. Was there some of the movie missing? Did something get cut out? Also, as far as the sex scenes go, I was expecting more. What I had seen, preview-wise with some of the, I shouldn't say preview-wise as far as the actual movie itself, but as far as some of the pre-publicity, that's what I'm trying to say, about some of the nude scenes, I was expecting far more and far more graphic, and it didn't happen.
Maybe they took some of those nude scenes out, and that's why it was shorter.
I don't know. Maybe we had some, kind of prude up in the film booth, and he just up in the projector room, and they just cut some of the stuff out. I don't know.
And that's what you were excited about. I remember you talking about that.
I was not excited
you were
about
hoping
it.
People would send timestamps for when the full frontal was.
I wasn't excited. What do you say?
Timestamps.
No,
when you timestamp.
Yeah, I know what that means, but no one was sending us timestamps.
You wish.
Well, we're gonna go see it again, which
I've never even heard of it. I'm already tired of it.
What?
I've never even seen it.
You've never heard of it?
I've never even seen a trailer, and I'm already sick of it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give a little more detailed review later on.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did like the movie. I don't think it lived up to the hype. There was
That's good.
There was a lot of hype on the movie. The acting was phenomenal.
Usually when there's that much hype,
Yeah, Killian did a great job. Robert Downey Jr. was incredible. So Robert Downey Jr.'s in the movie. So it maybe didn't live up to the hype for me. I got the time question and then the nude scene question because I'd seen so much of a warning, shocker, spoiler alert, nude scenes, and it just seemed like stuff was missing. I don't know. We're going to see it again. Like I said, we're heading up to Manhattan in a couple of weeks. So we're heading up and we're going to see it again because we wanted to see the IMAX version in 70 millimeter. We don't have IMAX 70 millimeter here. So we saw the 70 millimeter print at the AMC last night, the Veterans, and we're going to go see the IMAX 70 millimeter at Lincoln Center up in Manhattan in a couple of weeks. So I'll be able to see, first of all, if crap is missing, if we got like some kind of a shortened version of the movie, and I'll be able to also just compare the difference. So we'll see what happens. All right, 6:04 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, where's Fester?
He's on his way in. There he is.
He put, what is going on with this? Dude, what's wrong with you? I saw you come into the parking lot not long after me.
Yeah.
You have a key issue?
No, not a key issue. I usually carry a backpack that I keep my laptop, my gun, and my key pass in. And I left it at home today. So
How do you leave your laptop? If you take a backpack every day, how do you leave without it?
that's a great question. Anyway, I left without the backpack.
So how the question is, how did you leave home without
You
the
know what it is?
backpack?
Well, so he walked out the door and the backpack stayed in the house.
And then I
Well,
locked.
hey, thank you there,
That's how
Einstein.
it happened.
Here's how.
By the way,
Today-
Einstein was in Oppenheimer last night.
Great.
Yeah.
Today was garbage day. So I walked
Today
out,
is garbage day.
I walked out of the house carrying the bag of trash from
Right.
the kitchen trash can to the curb.
So that satisfied the fact that you were grabbing something. So the trash bag counted as you had something in your hand.
That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah.
All right.
So I dropped the
You
trash
don't
off.
keep your key card in your wallet.
No, I wear a lanyard around because I don't carry a wallet.
I thought you had that bad MFer wallet or whatever the heck it is.
I had to stop carrying a wallet.
Remember his hip issue?
Yeah.
I saw Dr. Mark, your close friend,
Yeah.
who got me in on a special appointment
Right.
because I had severe sciatica pain.
Right.
And he broke the medical news to me that for a very large man, I have no ass. And
It's sciatica
Right.
for you.
And me sitting on a very hard wallet.
What'd you say? Not sciatica, sciatica?
Yeah, you got a bad case of the sciatica. My sciatica acting up.
So Dr. Mark told me, listen, if you want your back pain to go away, lose 200 pounds or stop carrying a wallet.
Oh, it was an either or. It wasn't like lose 200 pounds and also get rid of this chunky wallet.
I mean, there might have been an and in there, but yes.
You had the Pulp Fiction wallet.
Right.
What does that thing say without saying it on the air?
It starts with bad.
Bad.
MFer.
Yeah, that's what I thought it said.
Yeah.
So Fester had this wallet that said bad MFer on it. And guess what? That MFer was bad for your back, is what it
It sure was.
bad for your back, MFer wallet. So now you don't carry a wallet?
No, I carry a foldy thing here, but
Dude, your foldy thing's even big. Look at
well,
my
I don't carry my back pocket.
look at my foldy thing. My
know.
foldy thing's smaller than your foldy thing.
I don't know. All right, listen. The key pass is fine. It's sitting next to the laptop and gun in the backpack.
All right. Man, busy weekend for us. We were hosted by the Edition Hotel, went to Lilac Restaurant. I'll get into all that later on. So we had a very, very busy weekend. And then, not getting home until, close to 1 o'clock last night. Yeah. After watching Oppenheimer. All right. MJ Morning Show on a Monday. We're back in minutes. Don't miss a moment of this MFer, okay? All right. All right. 6:08, let's grab traffic. Where the hell's Pat? Pat still out? All right, Kathy Davis in for Pat with traffic.
Traffic.
list right here of all of the winners so far in the MJ Cash Stash contest, and it's extensive. It's already at $10,000 in the last couple of weeks. So how'd you like to win $1,000 later today? Yeah, so week one, the first week, it was Cheryl and Wesley Chapel. Then Amanda St. Pete, Stephanie Lutz, Alex Bradenton, Susan in St. Petersburg. Last week started out with Ty, who's 18 years old. Ty won $1,000 from Seminole. Then Tuesday, Cindy Valrico. Wednesday was Vanessa and Lutz. Thursday, Eric in Riverview. And then Friday, it was Nicole in Spring Hill. Your name should be on this list. It can be on the list as the MJ Cash Stash rolls on later today. You got a chance to win another grant. So how does it happen? Very easy. Between 9 and 9:20 this morning and every day this week, between 9 and 9:20, I'll tell you what the Cash Stash song of today is. Then you listen to Q105. It's guaranteed to play during the workday before 6 p.m. And when you hear it, be the seventh caller at 800-990-1047 with $1,000. That's it. That's the MJ Cash Stash. All right, so I got a little quiz for you guys. And I notice this quite often, but this morning I noticed three. So as I leave the neighborhood, what early morning cautionary tale am I going to reveal? Saw 3 of these today. All right, make sure you buzz in.
I've never seen anybody pay so much attention to other stuff when you're driving in. I mean, you see something every day. I see nothing.
You got a problem?
You saw 3 different crazy things on the way in?
No.
Is your just head on a swivel the entire time?
First of all, I've given you clues. In my neighborhood, and this could be anybody's neighborhood. This could be Fester's neighborhood. It could be your neighborhood, Froggy. It could be Roxanne's neighborhood. All of the folks listening to us right now, this could be your neighborhood. It's a warning. I just want to point something out. I see it quite often, and this morning there happened to be 3. It's 3 of the same thing. It's not 3 different things.
You saw 3 signs advertising for doodles.
Yeah, dogs.
And you called them and they're all scams.
I was going to say 3 prostitutes.
Roxanne? No. Fester?
I was going to guess stray cats, but...
Oh, wait a sec. Froggy, you're a no as well. I didn't see 3 prostitutes coming in this morning.
That'd be something to talk about.
No.
Well, then I won't say my next sentence because I was going to say cats. Then I heard Froggy's answer, and I was going to say what Froggy said because he's probably right, but he wasn't, so I have no idea.
No, it's 3. All 3. Think about it.
Your neighborhood... I mean, you don't have those we buy junk home signs, right? You didn't see 3 of those.
No.
And it's cautionary.
Caution is a cautionary tale. I just want
So
to
3 Bentleys.
I want to give people a heads up. Why would that be a cautionary tale if I saw 3 Bentleys?
Because they
You
were
said
parked on the street.
It's your neighborhood, bro.
I don't know.
You saw 3 people breaking into vehicles.
Oh, look at this.
You saw 3 people jogging without a headlamp.
No.
You saw 3 people making love on the side of the street.
No.
2 people together, 1 person by themselves.
No.
1 people taking pictures.
What?
2 people together, 1 person photographing.
Oh, it's a movie. You saw porno being made.
No, I did not.
You saw 2 people fist fighting in their front yard, like episode 5 or episode 6 of the Righteous Gemstones.
No.
This better be good.
No, and by the way, I didn't see Righteous Gemstones last night because
I caught up on all of it.
Yeah,
yesterday.
we did not watch Righteous Gemstones last night because we were at Oppenheimer at 9:30 last night, so we missed Righteous Gemstones. All right, let me go to the phones here. So phones are ringing. I didn't even ask for calls, but hey, fine. You know what? Let's make an early morning game out of this. Everyone is wrong in the studio. Great. What did I see 3 of on the way in this morning? The clue is in my neighborhood, I saw 3 of these.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you have to look up to see them?
No.
Oh, good question.
I was going to say UFOs.
No, I did not see 3 UFOs.
What if they were landed, Froggy?
Did you have to look down in like a gutter?
No, I did not have to look down. It was like right there. All right, let's go to phones. Let's make it an early morning game. What did I see? 8, and it's a cautionary tale. I've given enough clues in the neighborhood. I saw 3 of these. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Give it a guess. Look, all the lines are ringing.
You've given 3 worthless clues about the 3 things you saw.
Oh, now my clues are worthless?
I saw 3 clues.
Hi, good morning. MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Lawrence.
Lawrence, welcome to the program. What do you think I saw 3 of this morning?
Well, as soon as you were saying this, I saw a rabbit, so I called it and said rabbit.
No.
And what would be cautionary about that?
Exactly.
Be having rabbit stew.
Roxanne is 100% right. Remember, one of the clues is cautionary tale, sort of a warning. But hey, listen. What? Say it again.
Cottontail?
Wait a second. Lawrence, I really appreciate you calling in. You're the first caller unsolicited. I appreciate it. Incorrect. And
Good try.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Let me grab line 2. I don't have any names on here, though. Hi, good morning. Or where are you from? Who's this?
It's Brett.
Where are you calling? You said Brent?
Hey.
Brett.
Oh, Brett. Brett, where are you calling from?
Spring Hill.
Excellent. What do you think I saw this morning? 3 cautionary things I saw. What do you think? All the same. All 3 the same. What do you think I saw?
As a retired police officer, I would say you probably saw 3 open garage doors.
That is 100% right.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nicely done, Todd.
Absolutely. Look at this. Every line. Look, all the lines are dropping off now.
That wasn't my guess.
Hey, Brett, 100% right. In my neighborhood, cautionary tale, I saw 3. It's not uncommon for me to see an open garage door as I leave the neighborhood. I saw 3 of them within a couple of blocks of my house. And, man, that's just Brett, as a retired police officer, where did you work? What city?
Butler County, Ohio.
All right, so are you retired down in Spring Hill now? Is that it?
I'm retired and picking up garbage now.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so tell us about your experience with people leaving garage door opens. That's like a crime of opportunity waiting to happen, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I worked midnight shift and would drive around and find open garage doors in neighborhoods all the time. And usually I would try to have dispatch contact the homeowner to have them close it.
Yep, and I'm sure you had calls where people then noticed that stuff was missing out of their garage, right?
Oh, yeah. We actually had people that would find an open garage door, and usually that led to an open door into the house. And they would go in while the people were sleeping and just steal whatever they could.
Oh, my God, that's a nightmare. All right, Brett, thank you for calling in, man. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Look at that, right off the bat. Second caller had it. Hey, Andrew, the other callers, because every line jammed up. Every single line it was like I was giving away the money now. Every line started ringing, and that's great. 6:20 in the morning, and the lines are going nuts. Andrew, did anyone tell you what their guesses were?
Yes, there were guesses of, let's see, you heard rabbits, coyotes.
Coyotes is what I
Right.
got on the text line.
Right.
Right. Police.
Police what? Police in people's garage?
Speeding trucks.
I saw 3 cops
squad
on the way in.
cars,
Right,
yeah.
cruisers.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Did anyone else have garage doors open other
No.
than Brett? Oh, wow. Look at that. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, that was right on the money. Spot on. 3, close your garage door. Just check and make sure. I've always been paranoid of that. Before I go to bed, before I turn the house alarm on every night, I always just kind of poke and see and make sure the garage doors are closed. It's always been a thing of mine. Is someone, getting into the garage or whatever. But 3 garage doors, like 2 on my street and then 1 on the street over before I actually, headed toward 275. 3 garage doors. That is just begging. That's like, hey, come on in. Steal what you want. And then you heard what the cop just said, or the former cop just said from Ohio, that once the garage door is open, inside your garage, you have the door into the house. And he had cases where the garage door was left open and somebody walked into the garage and then walked right into the house and ripping people off while they're sleeping.
I bet.
You want to talk about a horror story. You want to talk about a nightmare. Someone's walking around your house because you left your garage. Make sure you close your garage door because, people have expensive crap. You got power tools in there. Who knows? You might have gold bars sitting in the garage.
Some people, yeah, sure.
So Close your garage door. Little cautionary tale. It's a public service announcement. Hey, turn this over for the public file. Yeah, this is a public service announcement. This whole segment, I think I just met the quota for the month for WRBQ-FM, Q105.
I think you have.
6:30 at the MJ Morning Show. Let's dive into some early morons in the news next. Yeah, nice idiot pile in minutes here on Q105. Hey, I want to give you... It is 6:39 here at the MJ Morning Show. I'm MJ with Roxanne and Froggy and Fester. And Roxanne shot me some toot a little while ago. This was off the air. So why were you giving me the business? Why were you like...
That was awesome.
I was just like, MJ, how do I get a late pass like Fester so that when I stroll in late, just real lackadaisical and 10 minutes into the show, that I don't get that kind of love from you? You're like, oh, Fester, you're late today. Oh, let me give you a hug and a kiss. You were so
just like
sweet
that.
about it.
It was not like that.
Oh, Fester, maybe you should get a raise for not being on time. I mean, like, it was over the top.
And then when
was-
Roxanne's late, you give her all kinds of hell.
Yeah.
It was nothing of the sort. What are you saying? Absolutely wrong, incorrect.
If Roxanne's like, oh, you hot mess, you can't get your life together. What, these bratty kids? You can't control your kids, can't control your life.
That's
Pretty much it, right?
That is not,
Whoa.
it's not true at all.
I like this.
And then you like walked out of the studio, you stormed out, you slammed the door.
No,
It's because MJ was left stunned and didn't know what to say. It was awesome.
I just told you to think about it. That wasn't like a rude entrance. It's like, think about it.
Fester quickly said that he left his backpack at home with his key card to get in. And I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to trigger you. You're all triggered this morning.
What Roxanne doesn't know is that Fester's a professional at swerving you away from the fact that he was late. He is instantly distracting you with something else.
See, Roxanne,
It's a fine art, really.
MJ comes in with his eyes pointed in, and he's like, "You're late today." I'm like, "Well, I have a backpack." Blah, 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 blah. I make it about my backpack.
Oh, you just start turning it into all these little details.
Like last week when I said I woke up at the crack of 5:40 on the, which I did, but I had a whole story.
You know what, though? It's your delivery. It's your delivery, because I have the same excuses, but I'm like defensive. And you're like, well, let me tell you about my backpack.
Okay, first of all,
I think you're making a mountain out of a molehill is what you're doing. I think that's ridiculous.
she's not wrong.
There was not... What?
She's not wrong.
There's nothing intentional
Fester
here.
agrees with her.
I didn't coddle you.
I believe
Fester walked in late. We're 6:05. Fester walks in late, and I didn't know what was going on because the difference is I saw you pull in at the same time I pulled in. Roxanne is just late sometimes, just late.
Oh, now you're digging yourself even deeper.
I'm not digging myself even deeper.
That's the same as being late.
The mystery
if your butt
was
isn't in the seat, you're
that
late.
Fester was here in plenty of time, and then I didn't know whether he had a heart attack walking from his car to the back door.
Okay, well, this is starting to make a little more sense, because I literally thought how the sweetness that you were showing him when he was arriving late, I thought that was based on, like, is Fester dying and MJ knows and we don't know yet?
I don't know
like, is there some... But you were so understanding and compassionate and kind about
Well, there was a mystery around it. I could have been dead in the parking lot. I could have a heart attack.
Exactly. I mean, I saw him drive in this morning. He came in at the same time I did, so I know he was here in plenty of time.
Well, I'm glad. I'm going to just note that to myself, that as long as I'm in the parking lot and you've seen me in the parking lot, it counts as good as being here.
Early morons in the news.
Not a way to give it to him, Rox.
Early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show, 6:42 here on a Monday. Don't forget, we're giving away another $1,000. Make sure you're listening between 9 and 9:20. And I'm going to give you the MJ Cash Stash song between 9 and 9:20. And then you listen for that song anytime before 6 o'clock. When it plays, be the seventh caller, win $1,000. So another week, another $5,000. After this week, we'll have given away $15,000 in cash. All right, so let's do some morons here. Florida woman accused of stealing over 200 gallons of gas. A Florida woman. I mean, typically you'd think that this would be a guy thing. You know? You all right, Fro? You just jumped
chair
up.
is a...
You just jumped up like a...
No, this chair, I sit in it every day, and it slowly, every 5 seconds, it creaks down. God, you... Oh, my God! I can't...
Just hurt. Dude, stop. Hey. Froggy, stop.
God, I hate it!
He just threw the chair against the wall.
God, I can't sit. Give me a chair.
He just threw the chair against the wall.
I'm getting a chair.
And then kicked it, then grabbed the broomstick and started whacking the chair with the broomstick.
Bad chair.
I thought I heard that we were getting new chairs, that they approved the purchase of new chairs
Yes, Q1 2026 is when that's budgeted
So
for.
the first quarter for 2026?
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, we're getting new chairs the same time we're getting a new studio, which they've been promising me since we got here in October of 2020.
That's a nice chair.
All morning, it's just every 5 seconds. Creak, creak.
Why don't you just throw it out?
By the end of it, I'm sitting down here. The mic is up here. It sucks.
Why don't you throw it out into the parking lot?
Okay, I will. You want me to?
Well,
Right now?
No.
Bitch, I'll take it out and burn it.
I've got to do morons in the news. Hey, when you think of somebody stealing 200 gallons of gasoline, would there be typically a 99% chance it'd be a guy and not a woman stealing 200 gallons of gasoline?
You would think.
Yeah, woman's accused of stealing 200 gallons of gas. This is in Collier County, so down Naples area. Arrested is 29-year-old Juliet Sanchez Cantella.
Juliet?
Yeah, Juliet, not Juliet, it's Juliet. And also, is it Cantella or is it Cantella? It's Centella.
It's a Canagassa.
Yeah, so she's from Naples. She stole gas from the pump. NBC down at Fort Myers reported that Sanchez Cantella or Centella allegedly paid $15 for over $200 of gas at the racetrack. And deputies found the purchase on her debit card. Upon investigation, they found the diesel pump was manipulated and missing screws. Wait a minute. So we got a woman taking apart the gas pump? How do you manipulate the gas pump to take 200 gallons of fuel and only paying $15 on your debit card? I don't know this trick. How does this trick work? Employees allegedly said that there have been 5 thefts at the gas pump. Deputies still investigating as they believe another suspect was involved. According to the arrest record, she was charged with unlawful conveyance of fuel, damage to the pump, disruption of service, and retail theft of fuel. So what do? Screws are missing. There's a manipulation. She had a $15 debit card. It's almost like what? She got the pump going and then had like a little screwdriver, and she's taking the thing apart so her $15 could go a lot further.
Sure, you got to figure the mechanism that stops the pump has got to be pretty close to the front. Just take off a couple of screws.
Dude, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
You're such a BSer, dude.
You're just making crap up.
You don't know what you're saying.
The mechanism that what is
what
it?
the
Kaframstam valve? The Fetzer valve? The Fetzer valve?
Slug nut.
If you guys listen, what I said was, you've got to figure, which means I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it does make good sense that the mechanism that cuts it off at a certain dollar value has got to be close to the front.
Yeah, it's just a little switch that goes bloop.
I don't know.
She disconnected the bloop switch.
Ask Juliet.
Yeah, Juliet.
How about Romeo?
Romeo and Juliet.
No. Romeo.
Anyway, so that's quite a racket. I'm looking at her mugshot here. You would think that a guy'd be behind this, but they said she might have had an accomplice.
Of course, a guy.
Yeah, who the hell knows? I don't know what to say about this, other than let me just give you the facts and you can jump to your own conclusions. Quincy, Illinois man arrested again with his genitals exposed near horses.
Oh, everyone's been forwarded that email before. Back in the day when you get in trouble, didn't get in trouble for that.
What?
I never got that email, Roxanne.
What? What are you saying?
She said,
What?
verbatim, Roxanne said, oh, everybody's gotten that email before. Who's sending you emails of grown men when around horses naked?
Yeah.
Would
That's
you
a
like
whole
to
subgenre.
explain?
I mean, isn't this back in the day when people didn't think about consequences for sending certain emails and stuff? And didn't everybody receive an email like that, like from a coworker in the early 2000s?
A naked guy with a horse?
Jared Fogle. He maybe got that email.
It's very specific, Roxanne. And for you to recall it 20 some odd years later, it obviously
was shocking.
It left an impression.
Quincy, Illinois. Adams County Sheriff deputies dispatched to a location regarding a suspicious person who was captured on surveillance cameras near a horse farm. Deputies canvassed the pasture and located Jack. I guess.
Oh, they found nothing?
They located Jack R. Blank, 39, standing near two horses with his pants down and genitals exposed. Oh, my God. And you want to see this guy's mugshot. I'm going to hold it up to MJTV right now. If you were to think of a guy with his pants down, genitals exposed, right next to horses, probably look like this guy right here. I'm holding this guy's mugshot up to MJTV. Yeah, look at that. Looks like a creep, doesn't he?
If they were making a movie about pants down exposed to horses.
That's who you cast right there?
Cast, yeah.
Unbelievable. I got a couple of other things which we'll get to. I'll sprinkle them in during the course of the program as we're just getting rolling. Hey, that Mega Millions deal, that jackpot's up high after Powerball was won. Oh, update. Remember the lady screaming? The lady I got the audio. If you didn't hear this, folks, if you missed this on Friday's show, this woman went into that mini mart in downtown L.A. where the $1 billion Powerball ticket was sold, and she was screaming that she was the winner. We got an update on that lady. Hang on. Oh, really? You think? The story says blank. Oh, really? You think that could be the case? All right, we'll explain it all next. Don't move. That's first up when we get back in a second here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. If you're making a move, do not make... Morning show on Q105, MJ with Fester and Froggy and Roxanne. Andrew's the producer in the booth over there. It is 7:02 here on a Monday. We've been on for an hour already. I don't know where it went. First hour just flew by. Now, Roxanne just said to me, hey, did you hear about the lady stealing husbands at Chipotle? I'm like, what? What are you playing, like live Mad Libs with me? What? Say what?
A little Monday morning Mad Libs with you.
Is that still a thing, Mad Libs? The kids still play that, or is that done?
I think they do stuff on their computers, but
okay,
yeah, I mean,
right.
My kids have never heard of Mad Libs.
Scribbling isn't really what they're into. No, I've seen it on like Amazon. You can buy a Mad Lib pack.
But so I don't think it's popular.
So it's still out there.
Yeah,
is what you're saying. All right,
I get one for like a bachelorette party or something.
Yeah. Hey, the update on. Say it again. What?
Right. No, I was just saying, where would you use one? At a bachelorette party, maybe? Buy a pack of Mad Libs, pass them around to the bachelorettes. And
what kind of bachelorette parties are you going to?
I don't know if that's the bachelorette party entertainment that most are looking for. All right, so we'll get into the husband stealing going on at Chipotle. That's pretty nutty. The story's gone viral. It's right here in Florida, just south of us. But first, the $1 billion lottery ticket sold at that convenience mart in downtown Los Angeles. It's kind of interesting. It's like 2 blocks away from like the infamous Skid Row in Los Angeles. This was that Palmita's mini market in downtown L.A., and we had that video and audio that we played late last week, and it's a woman that just walked in to the store and starts screaming that they had won. All the media was there, and this was what, Wednesday's drawing? Was that it?
Yep, the money was drawn on Wednesday.
Wednesday drawing, and then
Friday morning,
early,
we had the audio.
Was it Friday morning?
Because
because she walked in Thursday, and then we had the audio the next day. Right. So Friday morning we had this audio, and this woman walks into the convenience mart and just starts shrieking and screaming. And it's like, what's going on here? The lady apparently claimed to be the winner. And if you missed the sound, here it is. Listen.
You are? What's your name? What's your name? I just wanted to talk to you, please. Hey, wait. Can we talk to you for just a second? Hey, wait a second. Hang on. We got to talk to you.
I can't. I'm scared.
Are you sure?
Go. Get a bodyguard. Get a bodyguard. Get a bodyguard. Get a bodyguard. No.
Yeah, we think this is the person.
No.
We think this is the person. Hey.
No, please go. Get a bodyguard. Get a bodyguard.
And then she runs out of the store. The reporters, because keep in mind, this mini mart on Thursday morning was crawling with media. All the LA TV stations, you had radio stations, the print media. It was crawling. Lady walks in, makes a scene. Oh, my God, I won. And then she runs out of the store, and the media then follows her. And then I saw TV footage of her getting into a newer BMW and just driving off. Well, guess what? The update is just further information that the woman's a fraud. But what was the motive? What was she? Here's what they said at the mini mart. And remember I said on Friday's show that the mother and daughter, they didn't know. The father, he said she's a fake. We had that audio on Friday morning. We had that audio with, well, there's a little more here to the story. I'm not sure why she did it. I guess she just wanted to be on TV. That's according to Sarai Palacios, the granddaughter of Nabor Herrera, who owns the Las Palmitas mini market right next to Skid Row. Can you imagine if some homeless dude won $1 billion? I mean, what happened? You got a guy maybe living in a cardboard box or something.
That wouldn't be good.
Who knows? Pooping in an alleyway. I don't know. Who knows? Needles hanging out of his arms, and he wins $1 billion. What do you do? I mean, how does that work out? Who knows? I mean, listen, Skid Row, it's literally right next door to where this convenience market is.
Wow.
You think people living on Skid Row actually take the time to go in and buy a lottery ticket?
But here's the headline.
Everything goes to booze, I thought.
Woman accused of lying about winning $1 billion lottery ticket. Well, I mean, that was our supposition on Friday. I thought the lady was like a total fraud.
She just wants the attention, obviously.
Yeah.
That's it. So the video, which has gone viral from multiple TV sources, the woman, unidentified, goes into the store. She starts crying. A reporter asks whether she'd bought the winning ticket. She said yes. Then she leaves. The woman saying, I'm scared. She's hugging people. And then saying, I need to find him. What does that mean? Anyway, Herrera, who said that he was not aware that his store had sold the winning ticket until he arrived there on Thursday morning, told news outlets that the woman's claim was fake because he didn't recognize her.
You got to figure there's probably a pretty consistent clientele there.
Oh, yeah. Listen, and I did see that. They were interviewed, and they said they recognized their customers, and it's pretty much the same folks. You know, no one's going to, like, this downtown L.A. street. It's not like a tourist attraction down there, so you're getting, like, the same local people that pop in, work nearby, that are going into this place. And that's what they said last week, is we pretty much know all of our customers. And, you know, one of the things which I thought was interesting to point out is, no, the winner has not come in yet. Why would the winner come in? Why would you have to go back to the store? If you want $1 billion, you get your ducks in a row, you talk to a lawyer, you get a financial planner on board, you make sure everything's protected. You know, if you're in a state where you can remain anonymous, clearly remain anonymous. There are a few states where if you win these big, huge lottery jackpots, like in Florida, I believe you can remain anonymous for, it's not long. It's like 90 days. It's something ridiculous. So in Florida, and then they claim it's because of the sunshine laws that there's a full display of all the information, sunshine on all the details and the facts. But in Florida, I believe if you win $250,000 or more, you can keep your identity a secret for like up to 90 days. And then, boom, the information's released. There are some states where you can completely remain anonymous forever in perpetuity. And if you don't do that and you win a big lottery, you're an idiot. You should seriously.
Yeah.
Because you win $1 billion, you're going to have the hard luck stories. Every single relative or friend, anyone you've ever had contact with is going to hit you up for money. You're going to get emails. You're going to get letters. You're going to get hounded by strangers with all kinds of sad sack hard luck stories, blah, blah, blah. So stay anonymous if you can. But they said, oh, no, the winner's not come into our store yet. Well, why? Again, why would they? You get your ducks in a row, then you go to the lottery headquarters in, Sacramento, wherever it is in California. I would imagine probably there. And then why would you need to go into the store? Hey, yeah, here's my ticket. Can you just cash it in for me? You have $1 billion in your cash register?
You ever hear of Bill Morgan, MJ? You know who that is?
Who's Bill Morgan?
He was a guy in Australia that won a scratch-off for like a bunch of money, and the news did a story about him.
How do you know about Bill Morgan in Australia?
Well, I saw a documentary about it.
Of course you did. Go ahead.
On YouTube.
And what happened?
He won the lottery.
Yeah.
The news contacted him. They're like, we want to reenact you winning, so go over there and scratch off another ticket and act like you won. And as he's reenacting it, he wins a double, again.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Come on, you're making this up.
Go to YouTube and type in Australian man wins lotto second time reenacting it or whatever.
Australian Bill Morgan.
Hold on, Fester.
It's unbelievable.
Did you find the video?
So I type in the name Bill Morgan, and it's the first thing that comes up is how this guy cheated death or got through this life-threatening illness.
Yeah, he's the luckiest man alive.
And then...
Oh, so there's like an added bonus to the story?
So after he does that, he wins the lottery. I haven't seen the video or read the story yet.
Well, it's on YouTube.
At Scratchy 2 weeks ago. It was testimony to dramatically changing fortune since the 37-year-old truck driver.
Oh my God! Did you find the worst possible cut?
Again, I'm in the research phase of all of this.
If you go to YouTube and type in, guy wins lotto reenacting it, he is like stunned and they're like, "Are you acting?"
That
He's like, "I won again! I actually won again!"
That is crazy. So he wins, then they have him buy another ticket just to scratch to get some B-roll, as they put it in the business.
Yeah, I guess.
And then he wins another. How much did he win the second time?
I don't know. I don't remember. I was drunk.
Well, that's pretty damn crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, so Roxanne, you got this story you just told me about, and I hadn't seen this yet. You're claiming that a woman is accused of stealing husbands?
Yes.
At Chipotle?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is south of us at the Fort Myers Chipotle.
I'm guessing they have multiple Chipotles in Fort Myers, so it's one of the locations. And now, wait a minute. There are bad Yelp reviews because of the husband stealer at Chipotle?
Yeah, so there was a June 15th review by a woman named Jessica.
Can you hold on to that thought? Because
Yes.
I don't want to get too late here. We went a little longer with the lottery story. But just wrapping up on the lottery, the woman runs out. She's like saying, "God bless you." There was like a nun inside the convenience mart.
Thank you!
God bless you. Thank you. But what was the motivation of that woman doing what she did? Why? Did she just want to get on TV?
Yeah, just attention and drama.
Is she an actress that's on strike with the whole SAG-AFTRA Writers Guild deal? And she wanted to go in. She was missing acting. She wanted to just go in and act for a second?
Yeah, I think she's just like, let's go pretend that I won and I'm going to run around and scream.
All right, when we get back, the first thing up when we get back, a woman accused of stealing women's husbands at Chipotle in Fort Myers. And it's prompting really bad reviews. All right, hold on. We'll get to that next. First up, here on the MJ Morning Show. And we start an hour and 20 minutes nonstop next. So we start the long, uninterrupted chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Barbie update. We saw Oppenheimer last night. Michelle and I stayed at the Edition in downtown Tampa on Water Street. So hold on. We'll get to all that coming up in the next segment. Show on Q105. MJ here. Roxanne over there. Fester's over there. Froggy's over there. Froggy, did you take that chair and throw it in the parking lot, or is it still in here?
Here, I'm going to deal with it after the show. I'm going to stab it.
If you missed this, Froggy's chair a little while ago just kept sinking. He sits in the chair and just starts sinking.
Every day.
Sinking.
Every day.
Sinking. Froggy picks up the chair and hurls it in the studio. Did you damage the wall?
Oh, does it matter? I mean, look around.
That's a good point.
You might be right. All right. So the husband stealer at Chipotle. You know, coming in this morning, I didn't think that was going to be on the agenda. Yeah, a woman accused of stealing husbands at Chipotle. What?
What is husbands like a special sauce they have there?
Yes.
It's the new husband sauce at Chipotle. This is a Chipotle location in Fort Myers. Roxanne, where'd you find this? Did someone send this to you? I didn't see this last night.
No, I just saw this when I was, just clicking on various websites like MSN, and I don't know. I just linked to it.
The headline is Florida Chipotle goes viral after numerous Yelp reviews claim employees seduced their husbands. What? All right, so Fort Myers Chipotle, Yelp reviewers, they claim that a woman known as Lucy slept with their husbands.
Wow.
Of course, her name's Lucy.
She's all loosey-goosey.
I love Lucy.
A Twitter user pointed out the location recently received a series of reviews discussing the alleged general manager's proclivity to sleep with married men. So Lucy, the alleged general manager at Chipotle in Fort Myers. Hey, Fester, see if you can find...
Way ahead of you.
Which Fort Myers location is this?
Okay, maybe I'm not way ahead of you. I just know that there's
Would you open up your mouth before you could actually fulfill your promise?
There are 3 Chipotles in Fort Myers.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought that there were going to be more than one, so we've got 3. I see Cleveland, University Plaza Drive, and what is that, Danny Drive?
Is there a picture of this number?
Is there a picture of the manager?
Yeah.
I don't have a picture. That was like one of the things that I wanted to see. Is this like Chipotle manager, some kind of smoking hot babe or what? So the Yelp page for this particular location features a review from June by Jessica F.
I mean, the names keep coming.
From Cape Coral, who cautioned married women from visiting the location. Stay far away, the review reads. Lucy, the GM, or whatever her position she is in, she likes to sleep with married men, a.k.a. her customers. What?
Lucy. Okay, it's the location on Cleveland Avenue.
It is?
Yes.
How does it go from you go in to get a burrito bowl or something to the general manager's bopping your husband? How does that happen?
How spicy do you want your burrito?
Oh,
Lucy. I asked for a tuna burrito.
The part of Lucy played by Roxanne this morning here on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome to, do you think she ever uses a line, hey, can you show me your burrito?
What do you mean, Lucy? You do this to me every time.
Well, there's no way of telling whether the reviews are real, but the same user also left a scathing review of a Cape Coral veterinary hospital last year as well.
Yeah, I read that one too.
Yeah.
Oh,
what was that review?
She said, Dr. Hogue is by far the worst vet I've ever seen. I brought my dog in for a simple procedure. He left with scabs and scarring all over his belly.
Jeez.
And,
All right. Following Jessica F's allegation that Lucy, the general manager at Chipotle on Cleveland in Fort Myers, was sleeping with women's husbands, customers, husbands. Here's another one. Several reviews also were posted. Here's another one. Lucy is a pig. She said, Lucy is a pig. She slept with my husband too.
Here it is. I see it. Lucy's a pig.
Yeah.
No, but here's what you have to understand. This initial one seems like it could be something because obviously she doesn't like Lucy, whoever this initial person, Jessica. But then these other ones coming through, they might just be piling on to have some fun.
Or are they just joking? Because the second review that says Lucy is a pig, she slept with my husband too, that comes from Jake W. in Tampa. So right here.
Okay, I'm looking at the dates on all of these.
They need Jake's husband?
Well, Jake, the reviews from Jake, why would it be posted by Jake? Slept with my husband too. Well, maybe
turned a guy.
Well, no, wait a sec. Lucy's a pig, slept with my husband too. The review from Jake W. of Tampa. Yeah. Maybe Jake's a gay man with is in a gay relationship.
And Lucy boomeranged him.
Right.
Isn't that a Beatles song? Lucy Chipotle is a pig.
Then he also wrote, they need better customer service that doesn't involve my bed.
It sounds like they have the best customer service.
And then it says the guac sucks too. Oh. What? Here's another one. Don't send your husbands here to pick up Chipotle. Next thing you know, Lucy is going to seduce them into sleeping with her like she has with multiple married men, wrote Evan K. of DeKalb, Illinois.
You've been Lucied.
In one of the, it sounds like
they're starting to pile on a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like this has gone viral. I don't know.
So
maybe in some Reddit group or something, and it sounds like people are just piling on. What are the dates on these?
The dates are middle of June.
Yep.
Middle of June for the two that you read from Jake W. and Evan K.
Okay.
All right. Then you go back to more newer.
Are you clicking on newest first?
No. Because
why? Okay.
Because I've scrolled in to find where this came from.
All right.
And they have now everybody's jumping on and talking about how they wish they had Lucy's number and Lucy's outstanding. Lucy knows her way around a big burrito.
Okay.
Now they're making the jokes, and these have all come in the last several hours.
Lucy went above and beyond when handling my burrito. We'll be visiting this location much more frequently.
All right.
Hold on. Can you deliver that with a little bit more...
MJ, don't be a creep.
Andrew, how hot do you want your burrito? Do you want me to warm it up for you?
He's the one you go with? All right, so...
you just call me a creep?
I mean, you're like, talk slower, do it more
Well, no, it's like, hey, Roxanne, go ahead and deliver that line with a little bit more...
juice?
Yes.
All right, so Bodie writes...
Yes.
I was here the other day, and Lucy did not try to seduce me. Very unfair. 1 star.
So why they get 1 star?
Because Lucy did not try to seduce him.
That review is from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, they're all jokes. Now they're all jokes. Lucy provides great service. She once asked me if I wanted double meat. All right. Goes above and beyond.
She's turning into what's his name?
Lucy added special sizzle to my steak burrito.
It's like the new Chuck Norris.
She can handle my meat on her grill anytime.
This is.
Oh,
you sure
man.
This is real?
Oh, here's another one. We all know what Lucy has been doing, but doesn't change the fact that she runs this place like the Navy. Another reviewer joked. Here's another one. Lucy has great customer service. I fully support her. She made the best burrito I've ever had in my life and looked good doing it too. I love Lucy.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous.
Again, we don't know if the first review is real.
Any comments from Ricky Ricardo?
Yeah. Lucy!
Let's say a burrito's ready.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
All right. Yeah, you've got some explaining to do, absolutely. Is the first review real and then everyone piled on? Is there even a Lucy who's the manager of Chipotle on Cleveland down in Fort Myers?
I honestly need a picture of Lucy. I get
it.
Yeah.
Is the one picture on that story her?
I don't know.
There's like a picture of a... I don't know.
There's 100 different internet reincarnations of this story.
Okay, that could be anybody then.
I don't think you mean reincarnations. I think you just mean incarnations.
No, that's the
that's the Catholic school.
Is it Incarnation the breakfast?
No, that's just Carnation.
That's just Carnation.
You're gonna love it.
My God, you're sounding like Froggy all of a sudden.
Hold on.
What?
So,
What,
He's
you have
the
a
one stroking out.
Would you have a Froggy stroke?
Incarnation is the church. Reincarnation is coming back from the dead.
Right.
Yes.
Incarnation is the instant breakfast.
Yes, exactly.
I've been getting that wrong my whole life.
And nation is the country.
Yeah. Where are we with Mega Millions? Mega Millions is now $820 million. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's the big one now.
And drawing is
tomorrow.
Powerball is Saturday, Monday, Wednesday.
Yes.
And Mega Millions is just
Friday,
Tuesday, Friday.
Yeah, Tuesday, Friday. Because the last Friday was the drawing that led to this big jackpot.
So Mega Millions only does 2 a week. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I mean, it says next drawing Tuesday, last drawing Friday. I mean, I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Can you find out how many days a week they draw Mega Millions? I'm just asking something simple. So $820 million. So this thing's headed toward $1 billion. And what are the? Do we know what the odds are? Powerball's odds are slightly worse than Mega Millions. Is that right?
I don't see how that would be any different, right? It's the same amount of numbers.
I don't know.
Maybe they use a different number of balls.
What do you mean the same number? I don't think that you don't have to have the same amount of numbers.
Well, no, like there's 6 digits in each one, right? Like the 5 numbers.
But it's but do you go up to 58 or do you go up to 53? The number of balls that changes the odds dramatically.
You're
is what it is.
A lot of specific questions.
All right, forget about it.
I love balls talk.
I'm moving on. Oh, I've got a new idea. ATM dragging man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, this is. I'm telling you, this is our new thing.
We need a truck, Froggy.
Sure. I got a big chain too.
Did you see the story on this? There's a guy apparently that was captured dragging an ATM. This is bizarre. So I was thinking we wanted to bring back Gas Nozzle Man.
Yes.
Where, folks, if you're not aware of Gas Nozzle Man, this is a bit we did, I don't know, a year ago?
Yeah, about a year ago. Yeah.
And Fester went to a gas supply company locally and asked them, hey, do you have a decommissioned old gas nozzle with the long 10-foot rubber hose? And they said, sure, take your pick. They're out back. And it was a whole pile of hoses. So Fester found a decent one. And that was how we did Gas Nozzle Man. Fester just drove his car into a gas station, pretended like he was filling up, and then would have the gas nozzle, the stunt gas nozzle, the prop, in the gas tank with the hose dangling, and he'd drive off. And then people are like, hey, sir, you the gas nozzle. And remember, you got pulled over by the cops.
Eventually, I circled the Walmart in Pinellas Park several times. They called Pinellas Park police.
And the Pinellas Park police show up, and it's Fester in the parking lot dragging a gas nozzle. So how many did we do? We did two gas nozzles. So we need to do a new gas nozzle, man. But then I saw this story about a 1-ton ATM being dragged behind a vehicle. Was this Seattle?
I think so. Yes.
No. That's.
Why do they do that?
That's a different story. No, there's another story of video and a picture of somebody dragging an ATM. Oh. So I think that's our next thing that we need to do. From Gas Nozzle Man, we then progress to dragging ATM Man. Now, Fester, you think you can go find an old ATM?
Here's the thing.
You can get those at auction.
Well, we don't actually want to steal one out of a place, right? We just want an old decommissioned
Oh, no,
one.
let's steal one.
Yeah, this one's out of Lake City. Andrew, do you have the you have the story in there? Yeah, I have the story. I don't know what the hell I did with it.
I follow a YouTube channel where guys buy those things all the time, and sometimes they have money.
Oh, my God. Is there a YouTube channel you don't follow? You're telling me there's a YouTube channel for people buying old ATMs?
It's like a Storage Wars type thing, but it's for ATMs.
And you buy it, and then a guy takes it to his industrial
You
shop.
got to open it, though.
Yeah,
He takes
it to his industrial shop, and he has like this super strong drill bit. He starts...
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. People are buying ATMs hoping that maybe there's still money inside?
You don't know if there is or not. It's like buying a storage unit.
Come on.
Yeah, just like everything else. I'm making it up.
No. I'm not saying you're making it up.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is, who is really going to buy an old decommissioned ATM
Me and Fester.
with the hopes of that there's still money inside.
All you gotta do is whatever you say. You pay $1,000. You know, you maybe break even, get $1,000. Maybe you get $10,000.
I'm guessing that when an ATM is decommissioned,
I saw a guy get like $5,000 out of one.
Oh, come on. I'm betting that 99.9999% of the time when an ATM is decommissioned, that the money is taken out.
Go to YouTube and type in.
Hold on, dude. That seems like the worst bet on the planet. Let me go buy old ATMs that have been decommissioned and let me spend $1,000 on an ATM hoping that they forgot cash inside the machine.
All right, so here's an ATM for $1,800 in Palm Harbor.
Look, there you go.
I mean, this is all on Facebook Marketplace.
Listen, there are clearly ATMs that you can buy. Why? Because the private ATM business exploded. Now, do you think for 1 second that MJ, do you think for 1 minute that I would ever stick my debit card or ATM card in an independent ATM machine just sitting in the corner at some gas station, some convenience store, wherever? Or places where it's like you can't put the tip on the credit card, so they have an ATM machine so you can get money out. I am not putting my card, I'm not typing my PIN number into any ATM that's not connected into like the wall of a bank. That's
How about a Publix?
Well, that's
the Presto machine,
But
that's my favorite.
But those are real machines, meaning the Presto machine at Publix is not going to rip you off, but these independent freestanding ATM machines, that is MJ ATM rule number 1, that you must use a real bank ATM, or like you mentioned, Presto at Publix, that's fine as well. But I will not use these like freestanding ATMs that are just sitting in the corner somewhere. No.
Man, you're paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. I mean, that's going to clearly increase your chances.
How about in a strip club?
I'm not using it. I'm not using an ATM at a strip club either.
How about the Dollhouse?
No, I'm not. First of all,
very classy strip club.
I can't tell you the last time I used an ATM. I don't use ATMs much. I don't use a lot of cash. And when I need cash, we go to the bank, we go to our credit union, and we grab just a little pot. Like Michelle took out some money on Friday.
I thought you had a vault with like a swimming pool of gold coins, like Scrooge McDuck.
Not everybody takes gold coins, Froggy.
I don't have a vault with Scrooge what?
Scrooge McDuck. He has the vault that he jumps in and swims in the gold coins.
It was like a room.
Yeah.
Well, a vault is like, not that big.
I thought you had one of those.
All right, so I have an ATM here that I can buy on Facebook Marketplace for $150.
Oh my God! See, we could definitely. Is there possibly money in it?
But it's not so big of an ATM that you would drag it. You don't want to. Like 2 guys can lift this one. You gotta get like a dolly and just wheel it out of that place. You need a big ATM. You need a wall-mounted one or one that's bolted to the ground
with like cinder block hanging off of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, do you have the story? You said it was up in Lake City, Florida, where the ATM was being dragged?
Yeah.
Give me the headline so Fester can bring the story up. That's probably the one that I had. I can't find the damn story now. It got buried
from
somewhere.
News4Jax. Thieves attempt ATM heist by dragging machine away with stolen utility truck. Lake City police side.
That's the story I saw, and I had it in here, and I don't know what the hell I did with it. It fell. When you need something, you can't find it. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't find it. So, this is what I saw over the weekend. Yeah, thieves, and there's a picture of it. They stole a utility truck with like a bucket on the back, the big arm and the bucket.
Yeah.
They stole that truck, and then they yanked an ATM from somewhere, and the crooks have not been found. And the truck was found abandoned on the side of the road with the ATM all bashed up. And it's hooked to a chain getting dragged by the truck. We've had these stories where people will go to the exterior ATMs sometimes. So you have the ATM that is like freestanding in the drive-through at some banks. Then you have the ATMs that are built into the wall at the bank. And we've had numerous stories over the years where people yank the damn ATMs, like, middle of the night. They yank the ATMs out of their base or out of the wall. And we've had cases where people have been seen dragging them down the road. There have been some cases where somebody tries to yank the ATM and their bumper comes off with their license plate attached. That's another story where people have been busted. So Lake City police responded to a bank alarm just before 5 a.m. on Friday and found the ATM was missing near the drive-thru of Ameris Bank on US 90. This is up in Lake City. Ripped from the foundation. So this must have been one of the ATMs in the drive-thru that's like a freestanding deal. So it was ripped out. There were drag marks trailed through the parking lot and grass heading down the street. Shortly after, another officer spotted a white utility truck headed north just a few minutes away, dragging an ATM behind.
Look at this parking lot.
I know.
That's crazy.
They wrecked the place, the Ameris Bank in Lake City.
It looks like it's in like a strip mall.
Yeah, north of us.
Have you ever seen those ATMs that like in the middle of parking lots? Not the ones attached to
of course.
the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Those look like they'd be like if you had the right chain and the right truck, those are the ones to go for.
All right, so I'm thinking that we progress from Gas Nozzle Man, which is still hysterical.
Yes.
We got to shoot a new Gas Nozzle Man. People are asking, all right? And then go get an ATM Fest. If we can buy one for $150, that's a steal. And then let's
take it for a drag.
Let's get a chain, hook it to the back of your caddy, and Fester's just dragging an ATM down the street. How long before you're pulled over? Is that a moving violation if you're dragging an ATM?
I think it might be.
What's the statute? What's the Florida statute if you're pulled over and you're dragging an ATM?
See, this is the ATM. I have a picture of it in front of you.
Now, hell, if you really stole the ATM from a bank, that would clearly be a felony. That'd be felony theft or whatever. But what's the charge if it's our ATM and we're just reenacting? So there's no theft of the machine. Is there a violation? Is that like an unsecured load or?
I'm trying to look stuff up. I mean, they're talking about the connection between what you're towing should not exceed 15 feet. If you put wheels on it, would that be allowed?
As long as you have a little red flag off, I think you're good.
Yeah, right? A little bandana hanging off the tip of it.
Like a kayak.
Let's go ahead and put this plan into motion, see how that works out. Fester, do you have any excessive points on your driver's license right now? Or
no.
Are you okay?
I'm okay this week.
You want to hear about a really, really creepy date?
Yes.
Oh, man. This woman on Hinge claims that her date was going very well, but then the date said, "Hey, can I pop that pimple?"
Oh, my gosh.
Are you a pimple popper, Roxanne?
Oh man.
I get facials.
No. Not on you. On Doug.
No.
Fester, do me a favor. You tend to go a little far with these kind of things, so don't say anything disgusting, all right?
Dude, too late.
You go to phones right now, MJ. You will load them up with women who are PPPs.
I'm not going to the pimple popper phones. I'm not doing the whole doctor. This is just an interesting story in the fact that Rebecca Fomich was a little shocked. She says the unidentified man, she's like keeping the guy anonymous, asked if they're out on a date, things are going well, and he asks, "Hey, can I pop that pimple on your forehead?" Say, what?
Ugh,
Yeah.
right in the forehead.
She had a Hinge match. I don't know how Hinge works.
Hinge is the least appealing to me just for the name. It's like, oh, I'm going to get
Hinge.
I'm unhinged. I'm on Hinge.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Or a rusty hinge.
Yeah, nothing.
Or the squeaking, creaky hinge.
It doesn't. The word is not good for dating.
Did he bring like a pimple popping loop on a date with him?
What's the gimmick on Hinge? Like Tinder is like mostly for like wham bam hookups, right?
This is what I'm reading.
And then Tinder's like the swipe left, swipe right. That's their little gimmick. So what is the Hinge gimmick?
All it says right now is download Hinge, the dating app designed to be deleted. Go on your last first date on Hinge.
Because you're going to meet somebody.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Oh, that's right. You know what? We talked about this a long time ago. When you just read that little slogan.
Came back to you.
Yeah. What was the slogan again?
Go on your last first date.
Right. So they're saying that you're going to be successful on Hinge. Yeah. So then you can delete the app afterward because you're not going to need it anymore because you're gonna find your true love on Hinge. So this Rebecca actually was on her second date. So she matched on Hinge. She's out on the second date with this guy, and the guy says, "Hey, can I pop that pimple on your forehead?"
Was he a dermatologist?
No, it doesn't say. She said, "I never use dating apps, and if I do, I will maybe mindlessly scroll, but rarely will ever meet up with somebody." So she's a model from New York City. She's 20 years old and admitted that he was the first guy from Hinge that she actually met in person. And she's attractive, 20-year-old model. And they're walking through Central Park. They had some breakfast together. Turned out she liked the guy. And then second date. Can I pop your pimple?
I feel like she would feel like that guy was insulting her, like you've got something on your face that needs taken care of, so much so that I'm offering to do something disgusting, and B, like invading her space, like I want to get so close to you that I'm not going to describe it, but squeeze juices out of your body.
So you didn't want to describe it, and you didn't exactly
Roxanne,
describe it.
really? Yeah. I was putting a lasso on Fester because I didn't want Fester to say stuff like that, and then you got to do it.
This is your fault.
Oh my God!
You can't have hot pimple talk without talking about this stuff.
Jeez,
there's a very popular TV show about it.
I said I don't want to talk about Dr. Pimple Popper.
I love her. She's so hot.
Where were you 5 minutes ago? I mentioned that. I said I don't want to bring up Dr. Pimple Popper. Anyway, so they're out on the date, and she says that he stares in her eyes. She thinks she's about to get a major compliment, and then he says, "Hey, can I pop this?"
He was staring at her third eye.
And then points to you know what? We can morph this. Maybe we'll grab some phone calls here. Let's see if we can get some of the strangest things that happen to you on a first or second date. It doesn't have to be a dating app deal.
And it doesn't have to deal with acne.
Just awkward moments on first early dates.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be a pimple related thing. All right. So what's the strangest thing that's happened to you on a first or second date or very early in the dating process? Whether you met somebody conventionally, whether you were introduced, whether you did meet somebody on one of the plethora of these dating apps, these hookup apps, what's the strangest thing that's happened to you in your early dating with somebody? Maybe first, second date, whatever. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So fire up the phones. I'd like to know the oddest, weirdest, strangest thing that happened to you on an early date. 800-990-1047. Then if it was first or second date, I guess the follow-up question is, did you ever go out with them again?
Right.
Or, hey, maybe we'll get some stories. Yeah, I'm still dating them. Or, hey, we're engaged. Or, hey, we got married. All right, 800-990-1047. Odd crap that's happened on a first or second date or an early date. All right, phones are ringing here. Hey, quickly, while Andrew's screening, let me just mention the cash stash is back again today. Over the last 2 weeks, folks, we've given away $10,000 in cash. This is a local-only Q105 contest. Only Q105. So this is not one of the national contests, which are fine. People win all the time. But this is local only Q105 listeners. Listen to us today between 9 and 9:20. Same thing every day. Between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the cash stash song of the day. When you hear that song played later on, anytime between the time I reveal it until 6 o'clock, anytime, guaranteed to play before 6 p.m., be the seventh caller. and win $1,000 from Q105. So a little over an hour from now, the window opens up, and we'll give you the next Cash Stash song here on the MJ Morning Show. 9 to 9:20, I'll reveal the new title. Let me go to phones here. Yeah, Rox.
I have a story.
Can I grab a call first?
Yeah, grab a call first.
All right, let me grab Jessica in Apollo Beach. Jessica, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, Jessica, great to have you along. All right, so we're talking about the woman that says, hey, second date, things were great, and then the guy says, hey, can I pop that pimple on your forehead? So what's a strange thing that happened to you on a date?
Well, I met a guy online a long time ago, and we went out on our first date. It was fine, good first date. Go out on a second date. Great, everything's good. I leave, and then I get a call in the morning from Hillsborough County Jail, and it was him trying to get me to bail him out of jail.
Oh, my God. So how many dates were you on?
That was the morning after our second date.
Morning after second date, and he's trying to get you to bail him out.
Trying to get me bailed out of jail.
All right, so why was he arrested? Why was he in jail? Do you know?
There was a DUI and some other charge as well. I don't remember what the other charge was.
Well, Jessica, what did you do? What did you do?
Oh, I hung up.
You did. You did not bail him out.
No, I did not.
Did he ever call you again once he did bail out?
Yes. He called me again like a month, 2 weeks later, and it was Valentine's Day asking me to be his Valentine.
Oh, my God. All right. Yeah, hey, you want to go out drinking?
Valentine.
Did you ever see him again or no?
I actually saw him again a few years later on another dating app.
Oh,
and
no.
He was hitting me up.
Jessica, thanks for the call. Adam is in Winter Haven. Adam, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. All right. Early date, first, second date, whatever. Something strange happened to you?
Yeah, so it's the first date. My girlfriend I actually met on Tinder. I was in California for my MOS school for the Marine Corps Reserves.
Yep.
And I fly back. We have our first date, and that night, her cat actually had to go to the hospital, and we had to put her down.
Oh, no. So
first
date night, first date, you had to go have the cat put to sleep?
Yeah, we were on the way to Topgolf, and she got a call from her mom, said that her cat wasn't feeling well. So we rushed to the vet that she was at, and then we had to put her down. We're not sure what happened, but
might want to interview the mom.
Yeah. Really? What's the cat documentary?
Yeah, like that Luca kid.
Yeah, what's that called?
Don't bleep with cats.
Yeah, don't bleep with cats. Adam, whatever happened with the woman?
well, we're still together. We're almost at 2 years now, and we're probably going to be getting married soon.
Oh.
So,
Holy, whoa. A marriage from Tinder. Has that ever happened? I'm kidding.
Sir, I can't recommend that at all.
All right, now, who found whom on Tinder? I've never been on Tinder, so what happened?
Well, we both swiped on each other,
Ooh.
and then we messaged each other. She kind of said one thing about her job, which I thought was a joke, which actually was real. So I thought she was just joking around or whatnot.
What was the thing about the job?
Say it.
She said she provides food for the rich and famous on their private jets.
What a liar.
Well, hold on a minute. She said her job was providing food for the rich and famous on their private jets?
Yes, but she actually works for a company that provides a catering service for famous people on their jets. So she's done work for Biden and Harris when they were flying for their campaigns. She's done stuff for NHL teams, all that type of stuff.
Insure was on the plane.
Hold on. What does she work for? Does she work for Sky Chefs or Gate Gourmet?
It's called Air Culinaire. It's right by the Tampa airport.
Oh.
You wouldn't even notice it. It's an office building.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Adam. Great story. Appreciate it. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. A few more calls here. Just asking, what's the strangest thing that happened to you on a first or second date, just kind of early in the dating experience? Anything bizarre happened to you? 800-990-1047. And we're talking about this. If you're just tuning in, we're mentioning a story about this woman, a 20-year-old model up in New York, goes out on a date, and second date, the guy asks, hey, can I pop that pimple on your forehead?
Maybe he had like a fetish.
I don't know. Elizabeth in Tampa. Elizabeth, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning. First-time caller. Discovered your show this year, and I absolutely love it. Thank you for accompanying me in the morning.
Elizabeth, so are you new to the Tampa Bay area?
No, I've lived here my whole life.
Well, wait a sec. Did you, Elizabeth, how old are you?
I'm 32.
All right, 32 years old. Did you never listen to the MJ Morning Show when we were on 93 years ago?
Never. Ever.
Wow.
Would you live under a rock?
Oh, wait, the MJ Morning Show, first it was MJ and BJ, then the MJ Morning Show on FLZ. We were on for 18 years. You never heard us over the 18-year period?
Never.
All right, then so
That's a lot.
you just found us when on Q105? How long ago?
I want to say like earlier this year.
All right, and then what were you listening to prior?
Honestly, just playlists on YouTube.
That's my girl.
And how did you stumble upon us? I'm doing a little market research here. How did you find the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 Q105?
I literally just one day I was like, you know what? I want to hear people talk, and I just literally clicked the radio button on my car, my new car, and it was your station. I'm like, this is great. I'm sticking to it, and yeah, I love it.
Excellent. Listen to this testimonial here, folks.
It's like whoever she picked first.
This is fantastic. All right, Elizabeth, tell us your story now. Thanks for being a listener. Thanks for being a first-time caller. Hey, also, why don't you tell your friends to listen to us? Everyone, wherever you work, make sure that everyone listens to the MJ Morning Show.
I will do that for you guys. You guys deserve it. You guys are amazing.
You know what? I just had an idea. I'm not going to eat into your time, Elizabeth, but I just had an incredible idea. Elizabeth had just caused a light bulb to go off above my head. All right, I'll get to that in a second. All right, Elizabeth, tell me about your fun dating deal. What happened?
Okay, so met my guy, normal at a store, and this was like the second date, and we were talking, and I told him I'm, an avid cook. I love to cook and stuff like that. He's like, oh, I'll bring something over for you to cook, and we'll cook it. And when he came to my house, and I opened up the package, it was 2 giant cow tongues. I almost had a nervous meltdown. I'm like, what is this? Where did you get it? Is this legal? He's like, no. I promise you it's delicious. I'm like, this is not what you bring on a second date. You normally bring like a piece of chicken or a steak. And I had a meltdown. He was like, I promise you it's going to be good. Anyway, so I went to YouTube University, figured out how to cook it. I cooked it, and it was like the best pot roast I've ever had in my life.
Now every week it's Cow Tongue Tuesday at Elizabeth's place. Heck with Taco Tuesday, it's Tongue Tuesday. Yeah. Hey, did he ever say, hey, Elizabeth, I want to give you the tongue?
Oh, my God.
Two of them.
Yeah, really. Elizabeth, great call. Thank you, and thanks for being a listener. I'm glad you found us.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You bet. Look at that. Rick is in hey, Andrew, I'll take a couple more calls, and I got to move on. All right, Rick is in Valrico. Rick, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing well. All right, so what happened early in dating? Anything weird?
First date, lady was very attractive. And she basically told me that she was a practicing witch. So,
wait, so
I forgot the name of it. It was something, she said it was a cross between Santeria and Wicca.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Did she have like did she have an altar with chicken sacrifices and animal bones?
I have no idea. I mean, literally, my ears flapped over after she said that, and the date was basically over. I was trying to get out.
All right, where'd you meet her, Rick?
I met her on Facebook, the Facebook match.
And you said she was very attractive.
Very attractive.
And first date, she just breaks the ice by saying, "I'm a witch."
Well, basically, it came up in conversation, and I was like, "Well, all right."
Was she wearing all black?
Nope, she looked perfectly normal. I was like, "Well, I have to get out of here."
Rick, all right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, one more call on this, and we got to move on. Justin is in Canton, Georgia. Hey, Justin, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing well. What happened with you? What kind of dating story?
So I was dating this girl. We had been talking on one of the social media sites, and I don't remember which one. But we went on a date, and I was going to pay for it. We went to dinner. We had a good time, and I was going to pay for it. And she was like, "No, I'll pay for it." I was like, "That's weird, but okay, that's fine." And never heard from her again. And I was like, "Well, what just happened?"
She wanted to make sure she had no ties or wasn't indebted to you at all.
That's it.
I'll buy your meal. Just let me never see you again.
My God. And then where'd you meet her? What was the process?
Might have been either Tinder or like one of the dating websites, the dating apps.
Gotcha. Hey, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I mean, Roxanne, you're the woman in the room.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on, hey, I'll pay for this, and then she never... You'd think that a woman, if she had no interest, just get out cheaply, let the guy pay for the date, and then boom.
Yeah.
Why would she want to pay for it and then just kind of ghost the guy?
I don't know. Just, sometimes you say you pay a friend to go away. No, I mean, that guy sounded nice, so not to,
Hey, I have another thing. Speaking of ghosting, have you guys heard of the new merging that's going on? There are two situations that you've heard about, and now the latest is the conglomeration. It's the merge, and I'll get to that in just a second. You said you had a story.
Oh, I did have a... Okay, you didn't forget. So
no,
I'm
like an elephant. I don't forget.
So I went, a friend of mine, this is when I just got divorced years and years ago from my first husband.
How long were you married to the baseball guy?
I think 4 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a little over 4 years.
Okay.
And so then she invited me to go to a restaurant. She said, "I'm going to have this friend of mine meet us there." So he was a doctor. He was a very, very nice guy. I'm not disparaging him in any way, but it was odd because... So then she left. So he and I had a drink, and I was telling him about my eczema, and
very sexy,
right.
Hot
He
talk.
probably is doing a podcast right now, a doctor podcast, talking about some weirdo that was telling about her eczema
on the first date.
Yes. So he told me that the reason I had eczema is because I thought it. My thoughts were creating my eczema.
And it was like psycho.
Yes.
It wouldn't be psychosomatic, but you were wishing eczema on yourself?
I was manifesting eczema. I will tell you my eczema is gone now thanks to steroid cream, thanks to modern medicine. But in any case, he told me that. But then the weirdest thing is when he walked me to my car at the valet, he wanted to look inside my trunk. And that wasn't like a euphemism for, he literally wanted to open up my trunk.
He didn't want to look in your butt?
And
look at your trunk.
Hey, girl. Let me look inside your trunk. There's all that junk in your trunk.
So what happened?
Inspect your trunk.
He wanted to look in the trunk of your car?
Yes. And
what the hell would he possibly want to look in the trunk of your car for?
But it was really awkward because he... escorted me to my trunk. We were just right there. And I think I panicked and was like, "I have a dead body in here. You can't look in here."
That's bizarre. And did you ever date him again?
No. I mean, it wasn't.
But it wasn't the trunk issue.
Well,
it was something else.
It was probably the trunk issue.
I can see you doctor shopping.
I wasn't doctor shopping. It was sprung on me. It was literally she's like, "Hey, this is a nice guy." He was a very, very nice man.
All right. Before I talk about this new... this merge, these are two conditions that you've heard of where you'll meet somebody and then you've got these two terms which all of you have heard, and now it's getting merged. So there's a new category of dating aftermath, I guess what is the word I'm looking for?
It's a mashup.
No, it is a mashup, but it's the dating aftermath.
It's the unwind.
It's a condition.
Yes, condition.
It's a dating condition, And you've heard of both these, but now there's a merge, there's an amalgamation. Get to that in a second. Hey, I wanted to thank the Tampa edition. Michelle and I had a wonderful little staycation over the weekend. And see, the power of the MJ Morning Show is enormous. Do you remember, was it back in February?
It was early February because I was going to a wedding there.
You were talking about going to a weekend wedding at the Tampa edition.
Yes.
The hotel right across from Amalie Arena, right on the corner at Water Street there. And I think I made the statement, something to the effect, you know what? I have never been down to Water Street yet. I haven't been to the new complexes, all the, the restaurants, the shops down there. I made that statement, and you were going to a wedding, and you were staying at the Edition, and I said, you know what? I've never been down there. And then the marketing director, Christina, from the Edition Tampa, she called in, and she said, "You've never been down here?" I guess a bunch of the crew, a lot of the folks from the hotel were listening to us because we've got a lot of listeners.
And they had like a meeting about it or something.
Yeah, well, I think they all got to work and they were having some kind of meeting, and suddenly everyone's talking about the MJ Morning Show, and MJ saying, "Hey, never been down to Water Street, never been," and they invited me, and they said, "Hey," and then of course, Lilac, the restaurant, had been getting great reviews, and then after the fact, they got a Michelin star. So there are 3 restaurants now in the Tampa Bay area that have 1 Michelin star, and it's Lilac, it's Koya, the Japanese place, and it's Roca, the great Italian place across from Armature Works on Palm.
I say lilac.
I say lilac. Lilac. We had lilac trees in our backyard when I was a kid up in Nanuet, New York. Yeah. Yeah, they used to turn all purple a couple times a year, or whatever the hell it was. It was great. Anyway, back over to the Edition. We had a great time. So we show up on Saturday afternoon. We got there about noon. Our room was ready, so we were able to check in. So we check in. We brought Julian with us for just the first part, to walk around Water Street and then go to the pool. So we check in, room was ready, drop our stuff, and then we hit Water Street, just start walking around. And, I hadn't been down over by Sparkman Wharf in quite some time. So it's been a long time, and I hadn't walked Water Street at all. Like, they've got that Publix store there. I had not been down there. I've been in the Publix. So we took like an hour. We walked around the whole place, see what's going on. And, they used to have, remember that what was the complex down there?
It was Channelside?
Yeah, thank you. So it was Channelside. They knocked down half a Channelside?
Yeah,
one half is because we walked in and guys, Splitsville is still there. So Splitsville's still there. So it's almost like you have one half of that Channelside complex and the other half they knocked down.
And they opened it up and it's become like a crate business area.
A crate business? You mean shipping containers?
Yeah, well, shipping crates. Yeah, it's like
they've got some food stands and some shipping containers.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. They had like a Jenny's ice cream down there. Anyway, so we walk around for a little bit, then we go back to the Tampa Edition, go up to the room, and we change into bathing suits. And they had a cabana reserved for us poolside. So we go to the cabana, hang out.
They rolled out the red carpet for you guys.
They did. Listen, they said they were. I mean, it was like a fam trip. Hey, let's familiarize MJ with the hotel and give him the experience. And
our invite must held up, I guess.
It's in the mail, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Maybe a mailing issue.
Yeah, it's on the way. All right. So we go to the pool. We sit in a cabana. They bring us a fruit platter and everything. And it was just great. Wow. We're sitting there and just kind of, people watching and everything. So then
Wait. I have a question. So that was on the rooftop, right?
It's on the 9th floor.
On the top of the hotel.
Yeah.
And so they have the best spicy margaritas. I forget what it is. It's like a margarita drink that's amazing. And to be up there like sunset, gorgeous.
Yeah, the view is great up there. So we enjoyed that. And then we had a 6 o'clock reservation at Lilac. And it was phenomenal. I know why they got the 1 Michelin star. It was fantastic. The food, I put pictures up on my Instagram. I've got like 3, I think, posts because Michelle and I were then later that night in the Red Room. Do you know about the Red Room?
I do now.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. So Lilac was incredible. We had duck and the Colorado lamb chops. There was a braised rabbit appetizer. We had some scallops were phenomenal. I mean, every aspect. The food at Lilac was top-notch, and the service was absolutely incredible. Impeccable service. So I can see why Lilac has one Michelin star now. It was tremendous. Then we had 2 reservations. Again, they set up this whole itinerary for us, inviting us down and taking care of everything for us. And then we went to the punch room, and the punch room is this exquisitely appointed room. It's almost like a parlor with the dark wood and the tables around, and they specialize in making all these different punches. And they have a whole list of these different specialty punches that they make. It's fantastic. Then after that, we had a 10 o'clock res at the Arts Club, which is right across. And that's just a rockin' nightclub. And I guess there's the black room's up front. Then you've got the bar. And then in the back is what they call the Red Room.
That's a sex club, right?
What? The what?
The Red Room?
There is, where do you hear that?
I'm just kidding. It's not.
I've never heard that.
It's not. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So the Red Room is like this VIP room, and you have to make reservations, and they have tables. And it was an amazing experience. And Michelle and I, we shut the place down.
Oh.
We were there till 2 a.m. We were there from 10 until 2 a.m. And then some people walked in. We actually knew had a table reserved. We're like, what are you doing here? They're like, what are you doing here? So we just had an awesome experience. So thanks again to the Tampa edition for hosting Michelle and me over the weekend.
Okay, 2 questions for you. One thing I love about the edition is all of the plants. Have you ever seen so many indoor plants in your life?
There were a lot of plants in the lobby.
You can play hide and seek with your travel partner, like you're in a jungle. And the other thing I wanted to ask you is, how's your nose today? Because it smells so good. I love how it smells. Yeah, but I know you're Mr. nose sensitivity.
I had no issue whatsoever.
No nose issue.
Because of all the plants in the lobby. Nope, no issue at all.
It smells wonderful.
100% fun. Oh, and then yesterday morning, after we got a great night's sleep, beds were comfortable.
Yes.
I'm a big stickler for the pillows have to be great and the beds have to be good.
For sure.
And listen, the addition. Also, I think we also pointed this out when you were going to the wedding that the addition is Tampa's first 5-star hotel.
Yes.
And you got to have great mattresses and you got to have great pillows, and they had both. So it was fantastic. It was absolutely a 5-star experience for me and Michelle, and we're highly appreciated. Highly appreciate the invite. So
can't wait for ours, Festy.
You're in. I'll get you hooked up there, Frogster.
Yeah, Frogster.
Did they play New Edition throughout the lobby?
That would be
awesome. All right, you ready for this this merging of 2 things that happen when people date? So these are both not good. The first one is ghosting. So you know what ghosting is, right?
Yeah, when somebody just falls off the map, right?
Yep. When you get ghosted, boom, falls off the map. What about gaslighting?
Is when you try to make someone feel like they're crazy and they know the truth, but you're like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
So gaslighting, and the term comes from a movie, is where gaslighting began. So an old movie from like the 1940s, great movie, by the way. Now the merge is on. And if I'm talking about ghosting and gaslighting, what do you think the new term is?
Ghostlighting?
Yes! Ghostlighting is what they're calling this new trend, and it's pretty mean, actually. And it's a combination. So ghosting, we know what that is, gaslighting. So ghostlighting is obviously somebody disappears, but before they disappeared, they make you feel like you were crazy, so you got gaslit, and then you got ghosted. It's a double whammy.
No, MJ. There's just a little thing I want to clarify.
Yeah.
It's when you disappear.
Yeah.
And then you get called out for it, and that's why you try to claim you weren't. That's when you try to make them feel like they're crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
after you've been called out for it.
If you gaslight them, then ghost them, it's called breaking up, right?
Yes.
The gaslight.
Some people's ways of breaking up. You're right.
It's the combo platter of the manipulation and then disappearing. So I the way that I read it was you get manipulated and then they disappear. So what are you saying is different?
I'm reading one that says it's when you disappear, get called out for it, and then claim that you weren't ghosting them. Then you're gaslighting them about them telling you they ghosted you.
What I'm seeing is that you get gaslit and then they disappear, and that's called ghostlighting.
Okay, sounds like you can do it both on the front end.
Listen,
you can gaslight on the front end and the back end.
I would say that that's an acceptable definition. I'm sure it could happen. Whatever order it happens in, just so happens that the item that I saw, it's you get gaslit, you get manipulated, then they just disappear on you.
Okay, I just want to put a scenario out there. What if someone ghosts someone? Let's say Cindy ghosts Dave.
Yeah, Cindy and Dave. Yes,
that Cindy is really.
Cindy.
Dave.
Yeah, Cindy.
Dave's a prick.
Very popular name these days. Yeah. So Cindy and Dave.
Cindy ghosted Dave.
Cindy ghosted Dave.
Cindy.
But then Dave calls her out on it. Just
how does Dave call her? How does Dave call her out?
That's my point.
Hold on.
What's Dave? So then Dave's like, Cindy, you ghosted me, and then she ghostlights him by saying, "Oh no, I didn't. I've just been really busy." What else should she say? She could be
Cindy
really
is such
awkward,
condescending.
She could make Dave feel worse and be like, "No, I ghosted you because I don't like you."
Do you know anyone named Cindy?
Cindy.
I don't know any Cindy. I don't know if I've ever noticed other than
Cindy Lou Who.
Cindy Brady.
I know one Cindy.
I don't think I've ever noticed Cindy in my entire life. Any Cindy's listening?
I'm sure there's plenty.
All right, so ghostlighting. Heads up. Is there any news this morning on the UPS strike? Because it's getting close. Do you know what's going to happen if UPS goes on strike? Do you know what that's going to do to commerce? That's going to mess things up. And I tell you what, if UPS goes on strike, the FedEx guys are they're gonna want to pull their hair out because that's gonna just obviously jam them up. So we have, is it a week? The deadline, folks, it's coming up. It's end of the month.
Yeah, this week's the end of the month, right?
Yeah. So what is today? Today's the 24th. And let's see, July has 31 days, right? Yeah, so July is 31 days.
A week from today?
Yeah, well, it's the end of I think the strike is as early as August 1st. So it's, I guess, 31st into midnight on August 1st. And this could be a major disruption. If there is a UPS strike, you're talking about a major business interruption, a major commerce interruption in this country. We haven't seen the likes of a UPS strike and how the economy is developed and the amount of stuff that's purchased online and how prevalent FedEx and UPS shipping has become. I don't want to see a UPS strike, but the word is that the union and UPS, that they were pretty far apart. So we're barely a week before the contract for more than 325,000 UPS workers expires. And the union and the UPS corporate negotiators, they're not there. They don't have an agreement. So heads up, because this could really knock the economy for a loop if UPS does go on strike. So what do you have? UPS handles roughly 28% of America's shipping.
Wow.
Do you see that? 28%. A strike would be absolute pandemonium. UPS strike would be chaos for businesses, for companies, individual consumers. You also have UPS that also delivers a lot of high-value items.
A 10-day strike, according to this article from CBS News, a 10-day strike would cost the economy $5 billion.
That would be a 10-day strike.
A 10 days. I'm sorry. 10 days. 10 days. $5 billion.
Yeah, a 10-day strike at UPS would cost the economy more than $5 billion. There would also be lost wages for all the UPS workers. So the question is it going to go down to the wire? Are they going to go out on strike, or is this like a game of chicken? Will they have a last-minute contract, or will they have a couple of days to spare, a buffer? But, hey, folks, just want to give you a heads up that the strike is looming, and if UPS goes on strike, I mean, think about, what you get via UPS every day. Think about, the big brown trucks that you see all over the neighborhood. 28% of the U.S.'s shipping, almost a third of shipping in the United States is done by UPS. I'll tell you, what can Big Brown do for me? Not go on strike. Yeah, so why don't you come to a compromise here and give the drivers what they want? Yeah, it's the Teamsters. The Teamsters have cited the risks its members took to help generate the company's strong pandemic era performance. They deserve large raises. UPS adjusted net income rose more than 70% between 2019 and last year to over $11 billion. Contract talks broke down on July 5th. Two sides are set to resume negotiations in coming days, but the window for an agreement before the current 5-year contract expires is tight. The union said the company's latest offer would have left behind many part-timers whose jobs include sorting packages and loading trucks. Yeah, don't think this is out of sight, out of mind, man. UPS strike affects every single one of us. I challenge anyone to call me up and say, yeah, UPS strike wouldn't affect me at all. That's not true. I think it would affect every single person listening to the show right now.
I mean, even if you don't get stuff delivered to your house, even if you don't buy stuff online, things are brought to your store, the store that you do go to via UPS. I mean, it would lighten traffic a little bit with all those trucks not on the road.
What?
I mean, all those brown trucks would be,
Oh, yeah, because they clog. What do you say? Are you even listening to what you're saying?
I'm trying to look for a silver lining in this awful debacle of a strike.
What are you talking about? I mean, all the UPS trucks clogging the roads.
I mean,
hey, there's going to be no traffic on I-4 heading westbound.
I didn't say that.
Wide
open.
It would alleviate a reasonable portion of it.
No, what are you doing? It's going to leave. The UPS trucks on the road is going to do nothing for traffic. What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
You're pulling packages out of your ass.
Why don't you buy stock?
You're pulling idiot packages out of your butt.
You want some financial advice? Invest in wooden stakes right now.
For what?
The signs.
Oh, God.
All the signs are on wooden stakes.
Fess, I need to get you a brain scan. I'm worried about you, man. I need to get you an MRI or something.
We gotta make jokes around here. Listen, okay, I hope they don't go on strike. Listen,
the
wooden stakes.
So you go from UPS trucks freeing up traffic everywhere to buying wooden stakes for signs.
We gotta find a vampire hunter.
You go to Home Depot or Lowe's on August 2nd, they're going to be out of wooden stakes because all the UPS guys.
Hey, Doug.
Vampires will be running rampant.
Roxanne's husband now, Dig Doug, he was supposed to fly out yesterday and his flight got canceled?
Yeah, I mean, he actually, I can't remember I think he canceled on them first, but then he looked and he's like, oh, my flight got canceled. Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the latest.
Roxanne and
Doug. Now, you sent me a note saying that Doug's flight was canceled and he pulled out his back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He pulled out his back on Friday, I think, and he was supposed to leave yesterday, but he's got to go to the doctor today and get it checked out. But anyways, it was good because he wouldn't have gotten out either way.
But how did he pull out his back?
Golfing. And then, but then he said it was.
What is he doing? Full contact golf
for real?
What,
yeah. No.
How do you pull out your back golfing?
I'll show you some of the videos.
His back
the swinging.
swing?
Yeah, he's working on his power, and it's working too hard at
it. So, I got to work on my power, babe.
Did he have to get taken off the course on like a stretcher?
No. He said, I know he did it training, but he says he did it lifting a child. So I think he hurt himself.
Your child?
Yes, one of our kids.
Doug is gaslighting you about his injuries. You know, I did this being a responsible parent. I wasn't golfing or anything.
Yeah.
So Doug pulls out his back.
Yeah.
But also is supposed to fly out.
Yeah, and he can't.
Where was he going to fly yesterday?
Detroit.
For what?
Golf. He's going to be up there golfing. And so
Guy's got some life.
He is. The funny thing is, I text Froggy to ask him about hurt backs because he hasn't really ever done this since I've known him.
Can I point something out?
Yes.
Since you've gotten married, it seems that Doug's travel out of town has gone up tenfold.
Well, that's how you keep the romance alive. Don't spend a lot of time together.
Am I right or wrong?
I wouldn't say tenfold.
Fivefold?
Twofold. I think it's probably doubled. Yeah.
Since you're married, that's odd though. You get married and then he's never home anymore.
It's not like he's traveling for reasons.
Hold on,
you know?
are you did I hear you right? Are you suggesting that you like this arrangement? You like getting him out of your hair because
no.
it
In
keeps.
fact, I'll give you a perfect example. Yesterday,
You said it kept the romance alive.
I was kind of
What
making a joke.
Is it like Scarcity?
No. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
What was that song by Cinderella?
Round and Round?
No, that's rap. What are you talking about?
Sorry, I don't know.
Round and Round is rap.
I'm not
man.
a heavy metal
Cinderella.
guy.
There are rats in the movie Cinderella.
Don't know what you got till
there you
it's
go.
gone.
There
Right?
you go.
Wasn't that Cinderella? So is that
Yes. No, it's more like, I mean, genuinely what it is he lets me do things that I enjoy doing, i.e. coming to work and making silly jokes.
Oh, he let you come to work. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I shall let you earn a living.
Unchains Roxanne in the morning and lets her come to work.
I mean, listen, hold on. If we're being completely fair, Doug plays Mr. Mom.
Yeah, he does a lot for
while
the
she
family.
comes to leave her husband early in the wee hours of the morning to meet 3 other men.
Yeah, but he's never home.
The other thing that I wanted to tie into this was, Doug's flight was ultimately canceled, and that was part of a rash of delays and cancellations yesterday at Tampa International.
Yeah, I just do want to get this one gripe out there now that we're talking about it.
Okay.
But he did ask me yesterday because when he goes out of town, I always stay at my sister's house.
Right.
Just because what's going to happen to my kids in the morning? Bye kids, I'm leaving for work now.
Doesn't your sister have a job?
She works from home.
Oh,
and she has 2 little kids who are the same age.
So it's little sister daycare.
It's a little daycare there.
All right.
So we were going to stay there, last night, obviously. And he's like, would you still want to go over to your sister's house? I was like, Doug, do you understand what goes into me packing up the household? It's not like a fun thing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, so even though he was staying home, he wanted to get you and the kids out of the house to go to your sister's place?
No, I don't think it was that as much as he knew the kids had their eye on a sleepover, so they were all excited. Like, are you still going to take them over there? And I was like, no, they learn some disappointment, and mommy will get a break not having to pack up the household.
Are you going to be married in 5 years? No.
That's not what prompts that. That's not a follow-up question.
That's my follow-up. I'm asking you a question.
Yes.
Do you think you're going to be married to Doug in 5 years?
There's nothing wrong with people going and taking vacations and doing what they like to do. So yes.
Yes, away from your spouse all the time.
I've in almost 30 years of marriage, Michelle and I just did our 29th wedding anniversary in June. Next year is 30. We have been away from each other very, very little.
Okay.
I went with Julian scuba diving in Little Cayman, but other than that, we always travel together. We don't do a lot of separation.
In the years I've known you, I can think of one trip you've taken away from Michelle for any length of time.
And what was that?
Didn't you go to some godforsaken part of the ocean?
Yeah, I did.
For Christmas one year?
Yeah, 2 weeks. I did 2 weeks away from Michelle, and that's the longest ever. So Julian and I were away from Michelle for 1 week back in June. That was, I believe, 1999. I left Michelle for 2 weeks.
Well, you went to Truk.
Hey, you're close. Truck. I went to Chuk State, Chuuk, Chuk State, which is in the Federated States of Micronesia.
Oh, Peterman, thank you.
I went scuba diving. I scuba dived the Japanese wrecks that we bombed back in 1944, Operation Hailstone, and I scuba dived these unbelievable wrecks in the Pacific Ocean, and then I did a week in Truck Lagoon, and then I did a week in Palau because I was going that far. I tell you, that was a long trip, and so I was away for 2 weeks. How the hell do you remember that? It was 1999. How do you remember that?
I keep dirt on everybody.
How's that dirt?
It's dirt right now, kicking it at you. And you know what? Those are big chunks of time that you're gone. These are just more little trips scattered throughout. I do have to say, I took a trip by myself last weekend or 2 weekends ago, whenever. And I was like, it makes me like Doug more that I was able to go away. And I'm like, no wonder he likes me so much because I let him do this all the time. It's nice to get away from your little children.
Did you play golf?
No.
I got the Barbie pile over here.
Oh, I heard it was actually a good movie.
You know what? I have no desire to see Barbie, and like Michelle's yelling at me. It's like, you know what? You sound like you're out of touch. I'm like, listen, I'm out of touch because I don't care to see a movie like Barbie and Ken.
Oh, but all the celebrities were out in their pink.
Oh, geez. So when we were walking into Oppenheimer last night, you know what? Let me just quickly mention Barbie and Oppenheimer. We're walking into Oppenheimer at 9 o'clock at AMC Veterans last night.
Call it the smash-up word.
And Barbie, the...
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer is what... Yeah,
Barbenheimer.
they're saying the Barbenheimer weekend saved the box office. It saved the movie industry. I don't know about that. But they are saying that Barbie has saved summer. So Barbie pulled in... an estimated $155 million over the weekend.
God, really?
$155 million, and then Oppenheimer pulled in an estimated $80 million.
Oh my God, Barbie smashed it.
Yeah. So, but listen, Barbie's obviously more mass appeal. Also, the running time for Oppenheimer is longer. You know, I get a little bit of an Oppenheimer mystery. Now, I did like the movie. I'm just being honest here. That kind of movie, Oppenheimer, you know, the science, the history involved, kind of right up my alley. But I think maybe the hype was so huge for Oppenheimer that maybe I was a little disappointed. I guess I expected more. I would highly recommend the movie, but I guess I didn't walk away with the, oh, wow. And it could be because of the hype machine on Oppenheimer was so massive for the last couple of months that the buildup was, listen, we've all been through this, that something is built up. The expectation is so high that sometimes there's a little bit of a letdown. And I thought that the acting was strong. Killian was fantastic. I tell you, it was just Robert Downey Jr. was fantastic in the movie.
Iron Man's in it?
Yep, he was fantastic. The movie was enlightening. I thought it was very well done, but maybe it didn't quite live up to the hype. I was bombarded with the hype like neutrons bombarding.
So you have to see this movie again in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So here's the deal: we saw it in 70 millimeter at the AMC Veterans 14. So that's in town. You want to see the 70 millimeter print, not IMAX, because we don't have true IMAX 70 millimeter here. So we saw the 70 millimeter print, which is the second showing that you should see. If you can't see IMAX 70 millimeter, we don't have one here, then you see the regular 70 millimeter. But Michelle and I and Julian, we're heading up to Manhattan to go see Chloe. She's doing a summer course at NYU. We're headed up to Manhattan in a couple of weekends, and they've already bought tickets for the IMAX 70 millimeter showing at Lincoln Center. So we are going to see the movie again. But this brings up this very interesting, and maybe folks that saw it over the weekend, the movie did not run 3 hours. Every single thing that we've seen, the movie is 180 minutes, which is 3 hours. And the credits came on at like 2 hours and 38 minutes or so. So you're telling me there's 22 minutes of credits? You know, we were wondering, Julian, Michelle, and myself, did they cut something out? The movie that we saw, the showing we saw at AMC Veterans 14, why the heck did it appear like it was 22 minutes short? Again, I can't believe the credits. The movie started at 9:53 after the previews last night. It was a 9:30 movie. The movie started at 9:53, 9:54, so it was 23 to 24 minutes of trailers and movie company crap. Movie starts, and then the end of the movie happened at 12:34. So, again, where the hell were the missing 20 minutes? And then some reports say the movie is 3:06 or 3:07. So, again, I ask, does anyone know? Is that right? How long did anyone stay to the very end? I can't imagine the credits were 22 minutes long or 20 minutes long. I don't understand. So we're like scratching our heads. We thought we were getting out. 3 hours would mean we would get out at 12:54 last night, right?
That's what the math would seem.
But if we stayed for the whole credit roll, I'm just having
What'd you miss?
Well, we're scratching our heads. Did anything get cut out? Did we see the full movie? It seemed a little odd. Hey, if anyone wants to fill me in, if anyone has an answer for me, because I can't imagine there are 20 plus minutes of credits to get to a 3-hour running time. But it caught us off guard. It's like, wait, we're missing 20 minutes here. All right, if anyone knows, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Oh, what I was saying was going into Oppenheimer, all the people walking out, adults with Barbie shirts on.
Oh, yeah.
Like 50-year-old women coming out with Barbie logoed shirts on. All the pink. They've got the Barbie booth in the lobby. I took Michelle's picture in the Barbie booth. Did you? Yeah, I'll end up posting that on Instagram.
Well, nobody dressed up as the atom bomb for Oppenheimer?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of my Instagram, and again, we had such a great weekend at the Tampa edition. We had such an awesome weekend, and I did post a whole bunch of photos. So if you want to see our dinner at Lilac, if you want to see what our room looked like, you want to see Michelle and me in the red room at like midnight, 1 a.m. in the red room. You want to see Michelle and me? I've got a bunch of pictures up on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. And thanks again for Tampa Edition and the marketing team for hosting us for the little fam kind of weekend deal. We do appreciate it.
And I have pictures on my Instagram, Roxanne Wilder.
What pictures of what? Us at...
No, it's IG time.
Oh, okay. All right, so take a look. I have a bunch of stuff posted from our weekend, and it's at Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. That's Certified MJ Radio.
I loved all your pictures. They looked amazing.
Thanks. Food was great at Lilac. Check it out. So if you're on Instagram, go to Certified MJ Radio. Check everything out. Give me a follow while you're there. And then in a few minutes, I will post Michelle in the Barbie box in the lobby of the AMC Veterans 14.
So I was at the AMC in West Shore, and I swear the employees were ready to walk out at any second.
Why?
Because they have not seen a weekend like this.
Oh, yeah.
In years?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Most of the employees haven't been there for years and years and years.
We get to the AMC Veterans 14 at 9:05 on a Sunday night, and you could barely find a parking spot. When was the last time at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night you can't find a parking? You should be a Sunday night at 9 o'clock? A typical Sunday night. You should be able to shoot a cannonball through that place and not hit anything.
Your own 2 rows in any theater you want.
Couldn't find. It's tough to find a spot. That's how jammed. And you're saying that you felt like at West Shore that they wanted to commit mutiny or something?
So Friday night was a busy night. Everybody had their own plans.
Yeah.
Allison was going to take Hadley to the movie. So I couldn't find seats for a Friday night showing. Turns out I told Hadley to walk in with a limp. I got the 2 handicap seats.
Whoa.
Yeah, the 2 handicap. Every seat was taken. Every couple.
You told your 11-year-old daughter to walk in with a limp. What is the matter with you? You're like a grifter.
Listen, well, there's no two seats together.
She's going to be like a grifter traveler.
There's no two seats
My
together, right?
God.
You're raising a gypsy.
A gypsy traveler.
Yeah, she's going to do card tricks at people, steal their money.
I'm already teaching her the foundations of asphalt, so she's got. Listen, okay, so there's no two seats together online, right?
Are you going to have her at the? You're going to have her soon at the 275 Fowler exit with a cardboard sign.
Listen, I said, Hadley, listen. If anybody comes up to you and asks why you're sitting here, don't look too healthy.
Don't look too healthy.
So but they were great seats, right? But they're the only two seats available. And then the plans that I had Friday night ended really early. So I was like, hey, they don't see the movie till like 9:15. I was like, I should go down there and surprise them. And I did. And I bought the last seat in the theater 10 rows away from where my wife and daughter were sitting.
Right.
I was sitting next to a couple of women celebrating a birthday who were drinking, smuggled in their own rum into the movie.
So I thought you were just watching by yourself, Barbie.
So I'm a grown-ass man sitting next to Mercedes. That was her name, Mercedes. And her and I are sitting there, and I'm watching the movie alone while my wife and daughter are in the handicap row.
You told your 11-year-old daughter to limp.
I said, hey, just don't look too good.
What's the matter with you?
Hallie's like, why? Well, technically these seats are for, And she's like, done.
It's terrible.
Yeah. So anyway,
Awful.
They went to see Barbie, and it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot.
So you didn't see.
I sat there. I bought the last seat in the theater.
All right, so you. But you're making it seem like you didn't. But you did watch the movie.
I went there with.
Did you fall asleep?
I wanted to nod off. If I could have gotten up and left, I would have.
Should I? I have no desire to see Barbie. Is that the right choice?
For you, yes.
Yeah, it's the right choice for you.
Okay.
For a teenage girl, it's not a kid's movie.
Not a kid's movie at all, right?
Yeah. It's nothing you need to take your daughters to.
No, I'm not.
It is not a kid's movie. It's a 14, 15 and up movie. And even Hadley, I felt, was a little young for it. There's a couple of coarse language things, a couple of odd premises, but there's a great, strong message of female empowerment, which was very positive. And
Did they talk about the smooth ween?
Yes. There's one scene where Ken walks by and they're like, ooh, I'd like to see his nude crotch lump or something like that. They referred to it as,
There's no crotch lump.
Yeah.
No, there is a little bump.
Just a lump. There's not.
No, it's all smooth down there on these dolls.
But
no, there's a bump.
There's a little bump, but it's not a,
But also keep in mind that Barbie is blamed for, there's a dark side of Barbie in that over the years, with that ridiculous figure of 36, 22, 30, whatever it is, the big boobs, the tiny little waist, that the claim is that Barbie has added to body dysmorphia for tens of millions of girls growing up.
Well, and now Instagram has surpassed Barbie for dysmorphia.
Well, that's true. But also now there's a suggestion that the Barbie movie is going to push like a whole new plastic surgery craze as well.
No. The they addressed this.
They do.
And Barbie got dressed down by somebody in the movie about how she has set back the female movement 50 years by her perfectionism.
Wow.
And Margot Robbie got a scolding.
Oh, really?
But
what does Mattel think about that?
Mattel is like this evil empire in this movie.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So Mattel is not presented in a good light?
There were so many people in this movie that I had no idea. Will Ferrell is the chairman of the board of Mattel. I had no idea he was in the movie. But it's a
sounds like a real turd.
It's a movie you want to take a 15-year-old girl to. But men stay home.
8:48 at the MJ Morning Show. I think the Jamie Foxx mystery gets even deeper. So Jamie Foxx shot a video, and he's talking about his ailment where he disappeared for months. But then he actually worked over the weekend. I got to play the audio. As far as I'm concerned, the whole Jamie Foxx medical mystery, it deepens even further. And it's coming up next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. This concludes hour and 20 minutes nonstop MJ. Actually, a little longer today. Now, we have $1,000 to give away again today. It starts all over again. The MJ Cash Stash starts all over again. Today, all week long, your chance to win $1,000 every single day. In just a few minutes, we begin the 9 o'clock hours. 8:49, between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the new MJ Cash Stash song. You listen for that song to play during the workday, guaranteed before 6. And if you're caller 7, you win $1,000. And I'll reveal the new song next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. fester.
I do.
Yeah. All right.
That
So
window weather tight? I don't know.
it's a weather tight window we just opened up. All right. So here's the deal. 9 o'clock. So between now and 9:20, I'm going to give you the next MJ Cash Stash song. So minutes away, I'll tell you what song you're listening for. When you hear it, be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047, and grab a grand. So join last week's winners of the grand. Yeah, so far we've given away 10 grand. The week before last, we gave away 5 grand. Then last week, Ty and Seminole. On Monday, Cindy.
Yeah.
Cindy and Valrico won last Tuesday, $1,000. Wednesday was Vanessa and Lutz. Thursday was Eric in Riverview. And then Friday, it was Nicole in Spring Hill, grabbed a grand. And we started all over again today, a grand today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you can win. Just listen. I'll give you the song title in just a few minutes. Oh, you know what else I forgot to mention? When we're talking about Barbenheimer, this whole Barbie plus Oppenheimer weekend, it's historic because they're saying that it's the first time ever that a movie opened up to more than $100 million, while the second place movie opened to more than $80 million. So Barbie, they're estimating at $155 million, and then they're projecting a little over $80 million for Oppenheimer. That's never happened before, to have two massive movies like that.
Barbie just doubled Oppie.
Pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you, that's why I said earlier, these employees at these movie theaters are ready to pull their hair out after this weekend.
Can I ask an important question?
Froggy, ladies and gentlemen, with a very important question, yes.
How many times did they show Margot Robbie's feet?
Several times. Yeah, several. Because there's a thing.
Hold on, I forgot. Do you like Margot Robbie's feet, or you don't like her?
She's top of the top, buddy.
Yeah,
Wicked feet, she's A++.
Well, remember, she showed her feet very bluntly in the movie where she played Sharon Tate. Remember that? MJ, you saw that movie. I love that movie. That's a good one.
That movie, you know what?
Oh, you got to see that.
You never saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
It's amazing.
I have not seen that yet.
Well, dude, you watch all these goofy, stupid documentaries about like.
I'm a Tarantino guy too. I'm just waiting for that one.
Listen, you got to see it.
Waiting for it. It came out 4 years ago.
I like to let it settle. Get other people's opinion.
Let the buzz settle.
When did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood come out? Has it been 4 years?
At least.
I like to wait about 7 years before I watch a movie.
That movie's tremendous. What a phenomenal movie. So,
really, I'm almost afraid to watch it because I heard it wasn't as good as everything else.
No, it's great.
No, it's great.
It's
awesome.
fantastic. Julian had not seen the movie yet, and when we were scuba diving back in June, a little came in. We actually watched Once Upon. It was streaming on Netflix. We were able to. He brought. Julian's great. So Julian,
what did he think of Oppenheimer being a movie guy?
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Up at school, I don't know what happened, but some kid owed him something, and the kid gave Julian his Apple TV box. You know, the little Apple TV. So,
what kind of operation is Julian running?
Hold on. So,
all right, I'll take your Apple TV box.
So Julian comes home with a brand new Apple TV box, and that's the travel box. Wherever he goes, first thing he does is takes his Apple TV box, just plugs it into the TV, and, just logs in with our Netflix or whatever. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think it was on Netflix. I think it is.
It came out exactly 4 years ago today.
Hey, that pretty good guess. Mm-hmm. 4 years ago. That is a phenomenal movie. And the thing with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, what is the interesting historical twist? What are you eating over there?
I'm sorry, oatmeal.
Okay. So what is the really interesting twist that happens in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Well, that's going to completely give it away.
4 years later, I'm going to ruin it for you.
I can't.
Shut up.
I mean,
all right, go ahead.
Do you really want me to give it away? What about people who... I can't give it away. That's the best part of the movie.
What do you think it...
Just say it. I don't care.
It's 4 years ago.
But I want to surprise people because
it's
it just
right.
gave me the best feeling in the world.
You know what?
It made me feel like there's a parallel universe where Sharon Tate was alive.
You know what? I
Sharon
don't.
Tate lived?
I don't want to spoil Oppenheimer. I don't want to tell people we dropped atomic bombs on Japan in August of '45. Okay,
dude. I don't know.
What was it? The 6th and the 9th, I think.
I don't know if you've seen Titanic yet.
The ship sinks
at the end.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah. I mean,
too soon, dude. Ocean Gate.
Yeah, I know. Ocean Gate. Too soon.
What? Just thematically, in broad terms, what is fascinating about what Quentin Tarantino did with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
That he made it a happy ending.
Okay.
Where people survived.
Right. All right. So he reimagined
it. Yes.
He reimagined the whole Manson murders.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called Once Upon a Time, because it didn't end that way.
He reimagined the whole Manson murders of the summer of '69.
Yes. So, Froggy, we have just
Why
ruined it for you.
Why did Bryan Adams do that?
Sharon Tate got her head blown off.
No, it was a stabbing.
I don't know what happened.
Her stomach.
So who did I see was up for parole? One of the women?
Yeah.
I forget her name.
Yeah. Oh, she was. I think she was
Ziggy.
No, I think she was paroled.
Yeah,
No,
she just got off 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, last week. It wasn't Squeaky Fromm. It was.
It was the other bald one.
Yeah. What was her name?
It was one of the three, right?
Dude, how do you end up with Mason Parrott?
Okay.
Instead of
Mason Parrott.
Fesser's searching Mason Parrott. No.
Manson Parole, former Manson family member. Okay.
Yeah, who was it? Yeah, scroll. It was Leslie Van Houten. Yeah, Leslie Van Houten, who is now like 80 years old or something.
But she's free.
Yeah, been in custody for what?
Time to live it up.
53 years. So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was fantastic.
Just such a well done, well acted. Everything was amazing about it. But then the ending that I've just ruined for anyone who hasn't seen it is like it gives you this overwhelming feeling I can't describe. Like, what if it had really ended like this?
Don't talk about the rosebud chair and the fire at the end of Citizen Kane. You don't want to ruin that for
Tried to watch that turd.
What?
Ugh.
Oh, come on. What a phenomenal movie. Citizen Kane is one of the best movies of all time. Yeah, well, you sit and watch YouTube videos.
Don't you ever.
About soccer balls.
I watch Sovereign Citizen videos, not Citizen Kane.
Sovereign. Hey, Mark Zuckerberg's new Threads. Reports are that it's plummeted 70% in usage.
What, after the first day?
Yeah, so I opened a Threads account because it linked with my Instagram and it was super easy.
Yeah.
And I have not gone back on once. But I've been on Twitter like 10 times.
I've posted twice. So when I first opened up, and again, it was very easy, I opened up my Threads account, and I posted, I think, like Breaker 19, Breaker 19, looking for the rubber duck. And I didn't get much response off that. So then I did, after seeing that the Threads usage has plummeted.
Yes.
I actually threaded something else over the weekend. You know what?
A sweater?
No. I put this on my thread.
God, I hate
Okay.
No, literally, I put those lyrics on there. Because I'm just trying to keep it alive, but I've got, I don't.
Like anybody has, like you have more time to promote another thing. Forget it.
I don't have time. And
follow me on Thread.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid.
And it's a dumb name after all.
But the deal is I got burned out on Twitter. Twitter became so toxic. Elon Musk made a bunch of stupid changes. Do you hear the latest now? Elon Musk is saying that they're getting rid of the bird. And they're going to make the logo for Twitter just an X. It's like, what? What are you saying? What are you doing?
Is he trying to tank that thing?
You know what? I said this to Michelle. I've said it to Michelle numerous times. We've had conversations. And it's like he's trying everything possible to sabotage Twitter.
It looks kind of obvious.
He overpaid, ridiculously paid $44 billion for Twitter. Elon Musk tried to get out of the deal. Remember? He knew it was one of the stupidest things ever to pay $44 billion for Twitter. He tried to get out. They threatened to sue. His lawyers clearly told him, there's no way out of this. You have to go through with the sale. So he bought it. and then he proceeds to like dismantle the place, wreck the place.
But what would be the benefit of doing that?
I don't know.
Is he just mental?
I think that he's got some. He's very erratic.
You want to talk about erratic and mental, Froggy?
Yes.
I'm on MJ's Thread account, the new Meta platform.
Yeah.
His first post is Breaker 19. Breaker 19.
Dude, I just said all this.
Yeah. Oh, I was too busy looking up your account. Dude. And how did you spell everything so correctly with pakachaka, maka nanu now?
Did you look up those lyrics?
Dude,
that's so funny.
Did you just phonetically spell everything, or did you look up the lyrics?
You copy pasted the lyrics.
I copy pasted the
Yep,
lyrics.
I knew it.
Meling Kapalana Vani Domo Ching Pao.
You sound like that news girl having a stroke.
Dude, I just talked about that. Where the hell were you?
I was looking up your Threads account.
Yeah.
You're the only person I follow, by the way.
Yeah, so I did thread over the weekend on the new Threads. I thread. Do you say thread? I threaded. I put up Papa Chaka Maka Nano Singao, Miling Kapalana Wani Domo Ching Pao, Hedi Kapalua Kuma Genesing T, Uma Chaka Pana 1 is now 3.
Can I just say that sounds so offensive? And I'm not even sure who's offended by it.
Papa Chaka Makanano Singo. Ting Kabalana Wani Domo Ching Pao. Hedi Kapalua Kama Genesing T. Mama Chaka Pana 1 is now 3.
By the way, they got 3 likes. I got 3 likes on that on Threads.
Killing it.
Yeah. So on Threads, I am certified MJ Radio, the same as Instagram, certified MJ Radio. And again, I've got a bunch of posts up there. I did a live Instagram. I did an Instagram live, trying to think of the damn name of it. I did an IG live in the lobby of AMC with Julian holding his $12 bucket of icy. So that's up there. And then, again, the incredible food that we had at Lilac at the Edition Tampa. The incredible food. There's a whole post on that. And then look how gorgeous Michelle looks.
She really does look stunning and classy.
On the ribbon staircase in the lobby of the Edition in downtown Tampa at Water Street. Michelle is standing on the staircase where everyone wants to take a picture. And Michelle looks absolutely stunning. And then the red picture is Michelle and me in the red room.
No one got my 50 Shades of Grey reference earlier when I said that was a sex club.
Oh, was it 50
Yeah,
Shades of
50
Grey?
Shades of Red.
You should really pop on the shoe list for pictures like this.
It's a nightclub. It's not a sex club.
That was the reference. The reference was 50 Shades.
Right, gotcha. So take a look. All these images are on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And feel free to give me a follow. And Roxanne is at it again. Fessy, go back to Roxanne's Instagram.
Poor Roxanne.
So, Roxanne,
is it a poor Roxanne?
Roxanne, you're in another little skimpy bikini.
Oh, and her
No.
followers are through the roof.
So when I say poor Roxanne, I say that cheeky. Roxanne, well, this is the hottest video you've posted yet.
But then you put your 3 and 6-year-old kid in the video. I think you're doing it wrong.
Strategic.
So, all right, Roxanne, you are trying to click.
No.
You're trying to clickbait people. You're trying to juice up your followers by putting all these sexy bikini photos on.
It's kind of like a comedy thing,
and then you stick your little kids in there. So the guys will go womp, and then the kids come on, then it goes womp.
It's like one of those slide whistles.
I just do it to hear your funny. What did you say when I was flipping around on my patio? You said I was like gyrating.
You were writhing.
Writhing.
You were writhing
So
on your-
I just wait to hear what you say about, you were gyrating on an inner tube. No, I was just floating in one.
You're flat on your back with your legs open on an inner tube. What message are you sending?
See, I was not. My legs are not open. Oh, okay.
No, they are. They are.
Can I recommend a waxing?
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Not necessary.
No,
And I know.
Whose pool is this that you've commandeered?
That's my friend's pool that we were at on Sunday or Saturday.
Whoa,
Yeah.
there's Roxanne. Whoa. Whoa, there's her daughters?
So, Roxanne is looking for followers. You're going to bypass me. If you keep this up, you're going to bypass my Instagram count.
And someone might say it's a cheap grab for followers, but it's
it's
like an inciting incident. It's like someone's like, okay, well, MJ's talking about this. I got to go look at it. It like motivates people to go look at it. The same way,
it is a cheap follower grab.
I don't care.
So if you would like to cheaply follow Roxanne, who's flat on her back on an inner tube in a little red bikini.
Are you colorblind? That's like peachish orangish.
It looks red to me.
Roxanne, you recreate the pool scene from Fast Times and just put the music in there.
Be an old Phoebe Cates.
Yeah.
And then
Froggy will walk into the bathroom in a pirate outfit.
Andrew could be in the pirate outfit.
Andrew. All right. So,
can anybody get in for privacy anymore?
All right. So Roxanne's Instagram is Roxanne Wilder. Roxanne Wilder. All right. 9:15 at the MJ Morning Show. Let's give you what the $1,000 Cash Dash song is. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready for today's MJ Cash Stash song? The song that you're listening for today for $1,000 is Straight Up by Paula Abdul. Well, it was straight up, then it went, All right, this is the Straight Up. That is guaranteed to play before 6 p.m. today, sometime during the workday. When you hear Straight Up by Paula Abdul, be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047. Caller 7 wins $1,000 today. And, of course, we only give you the song once between 9 and 9:20. I gave it to you at 9:15, so you must listen between 9 and 9:20 to hear me give out what the $1,000 Cash Stash song is. So good luck, and I'll tell you the winner obviously tomorrow morning, but you'll hear the winner later on today. Could happen anytime. It could happen. I can play it right now, technically. Once we give you the song, it could play it anytime, the Cash Dash song. So good luck from the MJ Morning Show. 9:17 at the MJ broadcast. So, Jamie Foxx and the mystery, as far as I'm concerned, deepens even more. He still is not revealing what the hell happened to him.
Well, when we started seeing Jamie Foxx again, standing on that boat and finding that woman's purse and doing all these heroic things after he has disappeared for the last 3 months, I was like, let me hear him speak, because he didn't have any audio out. Now he released something on Instagram on Friday.
All right, so here's the Jamie Foxx Instagram. It's like 3 minutes long. Hey, Andrew, do you think I ought to play the whole thing or just play the snippets?
3 minutes? Come on. Play it all.
Does he have a stroke during the 3 minutes?
No, all right, here we go. Jamie Foxx.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's prayed, man, and sent me messages. I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man.
I mean, he sounds okay. So what did you go through? He went through something he never thought he'd go through. Now, Roxanne, you said that your intel said that he had a stroke, a massive stroke.
And you know what's interesting is both of the people who I heard that from, both kind of like, for lack of a better word, double downed on it over the weekend and hit me up as like, I still heard what I heard.
You to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through.
I mean, look at the LA Times. The headline is, I'm on my way back. Jamie Foxx opens up about medical emergency for the first time. But he doesn't. He's talking about having tubes and he never thought it was going to happen to him. But he really isn't opening up. We don't know what it is.
To be honest with you, my sister Deidre Dixon, my daughter Corinne Marie saved my life. So to them, to God, to a lot of great medical people, I'm able to leave you this video. I cannot tell you how great it feels to have your family kick in such a way. And y'all know they kept it airtight. They didn't let nothing out.
Yeah, we know.
Protected me, and that's what I hope that everyone could have in moments like these. Now, by being quiet, sometimes things, get out of hand. People saying what I got. Some people said I was blind, but as you can see, the eyes are working.
Yeah, that was one of the rumors out there, that he couldn't speak, that he had a massive stroke, and also there was a rumor that he went blind.
Oh my God!
Which that would be a terrible, ironic.
I mean, the most ironic thing I think ever in cinema history.
I don't think that's him.
Why is that?
Ray Charles.
Yes.
What he won the Oscar for?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm just trying to see if you know what the hell you're talking about.
Just fine. Said I was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed. But I did go through, I went to hell and back.
Wow. See, that's the money shot there. He went to hell and back.
And my road to recovery had some potholes as well. But I'm coming back, and I'm able to work. So I want to thank the people that let me work.
Anyway, it goes on for another minute.
I heard him bring up God. Has anybody gotten a comment from him? Maybe he has a little insight.
Yes. I've healed Jamie. He's back.
You're welcome, buddy. I'm here for you.
I wonder why he won't say exactly what he had. What is the motivation of
maybe some embarrassing
of keeping that a mystery?
What, like butt fungus or something? I mean,
maybe he was in for emergency wiener surgery and
and got gangrene and they cut it off and it's smooth like Ken now in the Barbie movie.
I mean, who knows?
I gotta say, I went in for wiener surgery.
Anyway, so listen, I like Jamie Foxx. I'm glad he's alive. I'm glad he can speak. He's not blind. Man, the ton of rumor. I mean, he disappeared for months and months, and everyone thought the absolute worst. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen, is next. And just because it's the last chunk of the show, it doesn't mean I'm throwing scraps at you, man. I've got still top notch. Oh, and remember when the caller called in? Who was the caller this morning that said, hey, I just found you guys. 32-year-old woman just found us, and she loves the show. She listens to us every morning now. And I said I had an idea. I want to kind of roll out and kind of maybe just talk out loud and maybe work out maybe a name for it. I had a great idea, and I think that it might be very beneficial to the continued growth of the MJ Morning Show. So I'll share that with you next. I've got a couple of remaining Hollywood things. I got a couple of warnings we got to talk about. Anyway, final chunk of the show is loaded, and it's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, when you are ready to buy or lease a... Everybody ready now? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have just joined the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. It is 9:30. Hey, one other thing with Jamie Foxx. He went back to work this past weekend. So TMZ reported that, he shot the video, which we just played some audio where, again, that's a pretty significant thing, where he said that he went to hell and back. Yeah, here's the audio bite where he said that. Listen.
Now, by being quiet, sometimes things, get out of hand. People saying what I got. Some people said I was blind, but as you can see, the eyes are working. The eyes are working just fine. He said I was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed, but I went to hell and back. And my road to recovery had some potholes as well.
He's back. And over the weekend, he shot a commercial for the MGM Grand, I guess, for their online casino action or whatever. So Jamie shot a brand new BetMGM commercial in Las Vegas at the, is it Aria or Area? I have not been to Vegas in a long time. And I know that whole Aria, that's that huge new, multi-billion-dollar complex, right?
Aria's been there for a while.
I know, and I haven't been there in a while. Yeah, no, it has been.
It's nice.
Yeah, so Jamie shot a brand new commercial for BetMGM after almost 4 months of recovery and rehab. He just disappeared. I mean, people thought that he was like a vegetable or something. I hate to use that terminology, but, I mean, people were thinking the worst.
I mean, what are the odds of him making a full recovery at MGM?
Well, also MGM, they also in their sports book, they had a bet, was Jamie Foxx going to live or die? So
I mean, I would take live.
No, they didn't have that bet. No, but seriously, he shot a Vegas. How much does that pay? I'm sure they're paying him a fortune to do that, right? So anyway, I hope
he doesn't Dick Clark it up. I mean, he sounds pretty good.
No, what do you mean Dick Clark it up?
Well, remember when Dick Clark had his health issue and then he tried to host the New Year's Eve countdown? He was like,
God, that was so.
Hey,
Festa, bring up YouTube quickly.
I don't want to watch this.
And then he goes, Happy New Year.
YouTube.
It's not funny, but holy
it's
cow.
not. Well,
I was expecting Jamie Foxx to sound like that.
No, but who thought it was a good idea to put Dick Clark on the ABC ball drop on New Year's Eve after he was recovering from a stroke? Who thought that was a good idea?
Listen, it was an exciting time. A due year was starting. And it's fun.
Is this here?
And now, the big moment we've been waiting for. We'll hear the roar of the crowd, building in the background, and they are going to remember tonight forever.
Will they try to drown him out with the crowd noise because he sounded so bad?
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Yeah, that was New Year's Eve 2012.
Happy New Year. At least he sounds better than that.
No,
He sounds pretty good.
Listen, Jamie Foxx sounds fine.
Yeah, this is the saddest thing ever to be on broadcast TV, Froggy.
I cringed. The whole Dick Clark stroke New Year's Eve, rockin' stroke New Year's Eve. I mean, that was like one of the saddest things I've ever seen.
It was the what of midnight?
I was angry. I was angry at whoever at ABC, put Dick Clark in that position.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Dick Clark might have put himself in that position. Yeah. He owned the show.
Yeah,
All
right, Froggy, stop.
I know, it's not funny, but
it's kind of
funny. But good for Jamie. He doesn't sound like he's in that bad of shape.
All right, a couple of things before we get out of here today. What time is it? I got a little bit of time. Oh, did you see the judge busted in the middle of a trial and like heavy duty testimony? The judge was spotted scrolling on her phone on Facebook.
What, a judge can't do that?
Oh yeah, this is
How'd
not.
they get that angle?
Because there was a camera overhead.
Oh no!
And yeah, you're able to watch. Fester, bring up the video on this. Oklahoma judge scrolling Facebook and sending a GIF during a murder trial. Yeah, this didn't go over very well. This is Lincoln County District Judge under investigation after security footage showed the judge scrolling through her phone throughout a 7-day murder trial, according to the Associated Press. Judge Tracy Sonderstrom, a new state judge elected back in November, oversaw a brutal murder trial that began last month. The case involved 32-year-old Christian Tyler Martzal, who was accused of beating his then-girlfriend's 2-year-old son.
Jeez.
I mean, terrible. According to the local paper, this was Sonderstrom's first case. She began the trial by instructing the jury members to turn off all electronic devices, which is pretty common in the courtroom, so that they can concentrate on the evidence without interruption. And then soon, she started to check her phone. Footage from a ceiling security camera pointed above the judge's bench shows the judge repeatedly checking her device. The Oklahoman reported, according to the newspaper, the judge used her phone throughout the jury selection, opening statements, and witness testimony. At one point, Sonderstrom checked her cell phone during a tearful testimony of the victim's mother. The footage also shows Sonderstrom checking Facebook and once searching and sending a GIF. Oh, man, look at this right there. Look at this. Middle of the murder trial. The camera's right over her head, and I think she's looking at cat videos.
Oh my gosh.
Cat's playing a piano. I mean,
come on, Your Honor.
Oh my! Look at this.
She's got to be
fired.
Did you say? Well, she's an elected official. There's an investigation. She could be sanctioned.
She could be reprimanded, right?
I'm sure there would be a reprimand from at least the chief judge in this particular municipality in Oklahoma. But folks, you got to be cognizant of your surroundings. If you're gonna try to sneak in some social media scrolls, you got to make sure there's not a camera right above your head.
Couldn't she have taken a recess? I have to check my social media. I'm going to take a recess. 10-minute recess.
Listen, forget about, I'm joking around as far as trying to smartly sneak. She had no business being on her cell phone doing what she was doing in the middle of a murder trial, including tearful testimony of the victim's mother, a little 2-year-old kid. What the hell?
I think you've been in the business too long if
So-
you're not moved by that.
They knew something was up when one of the lawyers objected, and the judge said, like.
Oh, boy.
It's pretty
Hit the like button on the objection.
It's a pretty funny joke.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're on the floor.
That's the next level.
We can't contain
Fair
ourselves.
enough.
Usually the silence right after the joke is indication
Some
of being
of
really
the
great.
funniest jokes you don't laugh at. Just process and stew in your brain.
Yeah.
Judge says, like.
You guys never laugh at my jokes because you're like surprised that I made one. So there's silence.
You want to hear another nutty story? A truck driver from Texas, a woman, and she's on social media, and she's known as the sassy trucker. Guess what? She just sassed herself to maybe 2 years in prison in Dubai.
Oh, that sounds awful.
What the hell? This is a TikToker, which you know how I feel about TikTok. TikTok blows. It's a Chinese spy operation. But this Texas woman is stuck in Dubai in the Middle East right now, faces 2 years in prison because she yelled at an employee at a car rental agency. Can you imagine? Tiara Allen, she's known as the sassy trucker to her 182,000 followers, has been stuck in the very strict country of Dubai since authorities took her away. They confiscated her passport. There's a nonprofit group called Detained in Dubai.
So
is this that common?
There are so many people detained in Dubai.
I'm
You know how
not
many
going.
people try to drink? Like when we do jobs there, they say if you can't, we're a bunch of drunks, and they say you can't drink there. You will go to jail and be caned. It's no joke there, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure they kill you.
I don't think they kill you.
So,
I don't know.
So Dubai is one of the most opulent places in the world.
Very
now,
rich.
Right?
Very rich.
Yeah, there's money out the wazoo
I think
there.
everybody has a Lambo there.
Yeah.
I think the police have Lamborghinis. But
I've never been to Dubai. I've been to Qatar. Julian and I stopped in Doha on our way to the Maldives a year ago, scuba diving. And so I was in Qatar, but I've never been to Dubai. And you read stories like this, and they're detaining people for like looking at somebody funny.
no, they've detained her for.
She yelled at someone at the car rental counter. That puts you in jail potentially
Yeah.
for 2 years.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's Dubai.
It's their rules.
My God, have you ever seen car rental counter fights? I've seen plenty of times.
There's a Dubai prince that has a $2 billion robot as a security team. There is.
Yeah, she's from Houston, and she says that the screaming at the rental car counter came from a little verbal argument between herself and the manager of a local car rental shop when she stopped to pick up her personal belongings in April. Her credit card, debit card, cell phone had been impounded along with the rental car the day before the blow-up, and she and a friend were involved in a minor traffic accident. The manager allegedly demanded money in exchange for her possessions. Like holding her possessions hostage?
We're going to call the Dubai police.
He followed me outside, and I felt very intimidated. I told him to stop, but instead he called the police and opened a case against me, apparently for screaming, she says.
Yeah. You really don't want to get arrested in any other country.
I mean,
No.
is this even remotely a good look, or regardless, is this really a great postcard from Dubai? Hey, come visit Dubai.
Is this, do you think Dubai cares? Is this a good postcard for truckers from Texas? This lady.
Well, I don't know what you just said.
Listen, Dubai doesn't care. The Middle East doesn't.
I have no idea what you just said.
The Middle East doesn't care what you think.
All right.
What you get it? They don't care. Russia doesn't care what you think.
What are you saying?
None of these countries who arrest Americans for frivolous things give a rat's ass what any of us think about this.
Dubai is pushing tourism. I watch TV and I see commercials for Dubai tourism. This is counterproductive, counterintuitive for Dubai when a story gets out that this lady gets into a verbal altercation with a dude at a rental car counter, and the next thing she faces 2 years in a Dubai slammer.
do bye-bye.
So did I ever tell you, I told you guys about when we went to Tunisia, and Tunisia was one of our stops on a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got off there, it was very different than all the other stops in Spain. We went to France and Italy. Very different because you just leave your passport on the cruise ship. They hold on to it while you're in all these ports. But when you get off in Tunisia, oh my gosh, is the show? What is going on?
Don't let it distract you.
Look at the time.
Finish your story.
Hello. Yeah, you're not
Anyways.
supposed to recognize the music playing in the background.
Just finish the story. Wrap it
Yeah,
up.
just go with it.
Wow, the show went fast. Okay, so I did a fake British accent to the taxi driver the entire way to the little town that we rode to in Tunisia. And I'm afraid that I broke a Tunisian law by doing that. And they could have thrown me in jail. Impersonating myself, pretending to be from another country to a cab driver is against the law in Tunisia. I was not aware at the time.
When did you find that out?
After I did it. But thank goodness he didn't know I was a fraud, because I would have been thrown into Tunisian jail.
If you would have done a French accent, you could have been a fraud, you know? Because don't you you do let's hear your British accent. Why don't you say goodbye to everyone with your British accent?
I'm going to have to get in character to do it. But, okay, goodbye. You're waving a finger at me like you're so impatient.
Because we got to go. Hey, folks, have a great day. Don't forget the $1,000 MJ Cash Dash song. We gave it to you between 9 and 9:20. Call when you hear it. Be caller 7. Win $1,000 later today. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Let's be careful out there, folks.